сразу будем смотреть нового, раз уж мы так решили запускать после начала. Так, ну у тебя там все отображается, да? Нормально, четенько.
В Дискорде-то?
Да.
Угу.
Там уже заставен вообще хороший. Заставен. Ага, пошло. Hello, Hippocat.
Hey there.
So, Witcher 2. About to launch Witcher 2. Hell yeah, finally. What is there to say, really? For people who don't know what's going on, I've done one video of Witcher 1 just to, like, show what the game is like. Hippocat has read the Witcher books. I beat this game once, Witcher 3 once also. So I will essentially be showing this game to Hippocat throughout this stream. Well, I mean, to people who come and watch as well. So there might be some mild interest from Hippocat's side. Hippocat is the other voice in our stream here, so I don't know why I decided to introduce you today, Hippocat, but that's just
As
how
if
it
you
feels.
are implying that people are gonna watch this who
I mean,
already know
obviously, I am so famous that just like Witcher 2, with the recent hype about the TV series starting sometime in the future and all that shit, which like turned half characters black, which was kind of funny. But anyway,
Is really Geralt gonna be played by Superman guy?
Yep. To be fair though, the pictures and whatnot that they showed were just like testing footage. They might do more makeup and effects and shit in the future. But you know, I'm curious. I will probably look it up somewhere piratey, so as not to give them any money. Anyway, let's launch the game. So Hippocat is seeing the game through Discord. He's gonna see it in real time. He's gonna react quietly to the amazing intro, because this game has probably one of the best like cinematic trailer / intro, because it was the former, then it was made into the latter in a patch or something, that I've ever seen, honestly. Not to hype it up too much, because then it's gonna be a disappointment, but still it's pretty cool. Much better than the long ass fucking Striga fight from the first one though. Anyway, play. And I've disabled our system sounds, so it shouldn't do a loud ass anymore. I have foresight like that. That's just one of my greatest qualities. Alright. Any second now? There we go. There it goes. Hopefully OBS is catching it. Is OBS catching it? I don't actually know
I'm
how
gonna tell
it
you
is.
in a moment.
Oh yeah, it is. It didn't like immediately start. Okay, this is the intro. Everyone watch. And by everyone I mean I also am gonna watch because I love it. I wonder how loud this is. Oh well. I feel you, mage. Medieval entertainment wasn't very sophisticated. Imagine modeling every single ice crystal and all that. Hopefully it was procedural in some way. Ooh.
I'm gonna have questions after that.
I assumed you would. Hello, Naomi.
Hello.
But many of those questions are gonna be answered throughout the game, so I will probably not tell you a whole lot.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what ships were those? Like who is the king guy?
Okay, that is pretty much the only thing I can tell you openly. Also, I feel like the music needs lowering a little bit here. I lowered it very low, but still kind of feel like I'm struggling to talk over it. So everything else is going to be revealed naturally throughout the game, but the king was King Demavend. I think he is the king of either Kedwin or Edarin, I forget. One of them is Henselt, one of them is Demavend.
Okay, is the attacker guy the same like Rogovich guy you spoke of in the first game?
No, the first game's guy was... I think he was pretty much straight up killed in his attempt. And also, apparently, even though it was revealed in the final twist in the cutscene in the first game that he was a Witcher, everyone there actually wasn't sure that it was a Witcher, so... but this kind of doesn't super directly follow that, but everything in the first game happened, and there are going to be references and some direct continuation as well. But it takes place like a month after that or something like that, close to that. So yeah, that was just a Witcher.
Wait,
yes.
what's up with this like freeze grenade? Does this have anything to do with that like frost apocalypse you mentioned?
No, actually that doesn't. That freeze grenade actually is gonna be like mildly explained at one point in the game. I know because I've like rewatched someone else play that very point recently because I like that point and I wanted to see people's reaction again. But yeah, that actually why he had that frost grenade is explained in the game as well. But who he is and why, and besides being a Witcher, which is obvious, that I'm afraid we're gonna have to find out in a natural way throughout the game and the story cutscenes and
Okay, and the final one.
Yes.
Why the people on the second ship, sorry, didn't do diddly fuck?
Well, what could they do really? I didn't see it. Did they have any cannons or anything? They seem to be like standing on the side watching everything happen, but it's not like they can just quickly move the ship towards the other one or shoot something.
Okay then, you may continue.
Thank you.
And for the record, yeah, it was a pretty cool intro.
That's straight up. I don't know about you, but this is like one of the coolest CGI, like short movie type things that I've ever seen. One other of the coolest is a cinematic trailer for Witcher 3, which isn't actually in the game in Witcher 3, but we'll probably find a way to see it over YouTube or something in our streams when we get to that. And here, by the way, is where you can rewatch this, and it straight up tells you movie depicting the assassination of King Demavend. So there are 4 major kingdoms in the northern part of the continent. South is, of course, as we all know, that one place which I keep Nilfgaard.
Nilfgaard.
Yes, Nilfgaard. The northern ones are Redania, Temeria, Edirn, Kedwin, and there's smaller shit in there mixed up. They're pretty much just like form a 2x2 square, as far as I understand. There is a river, Pontar, and some other river. I forget Pontar, between which ones does it flow. I think it flows in the middle of that square, so to speak. And there's some other river between the north and south parts. So Temeria is where the first Witcher took place. Vizima, the capital. The king is that guy who I keep forgetting about.
Foltest?
Foltest, yeah. Pretty much Foltest. He's the king of Temeria, and he was involved in the end of the first game. There was an attempt at his life. North from Temeria, I think, is Redania with King Radovid, who is bald and kinda crazy, and his crown doesn't really fit him. And those are the the west two. And the east two are Kedwin and Edirn, and those two I kinda don't really understand. I think Kedwin is the northern one, Edirn is the lower one, or could be vice versa, but it's not really important. One of them is the place where Kaer Morhen, the Witcher fortress of the School of the Wolf, or whatever of the Wolf, where Geralt is from, is located there. Anyway, there is a little short movie here, which, I mean, we all know what Witchers are, but I'm gonna show this anyway. It's kind of like lame, what's the Alice, like Madness Returns style papercraft cutscene, but a lot of cutscenes in this game I like that, like flashbacks and stuff. Also, Naomi, I'm not really doing anything on Thanksgiving because we Russians don't really celebrate Thanksgiving in any way.
Witchen, or witchers, an elite and mysterious caste of warrior monks. In popular lore, they're portrayed as possessing magic powers and superhuman abilities. Witchers were believed to combat evil spirits, ghastly monsters, and all manner of dark forces. It's possible that witchers had animal eyes, which granted them sight in near darkness, rendering survival probable in encounters with fiends both subterranean and nocturnal, kobolds, vampires, and ghouls. Witchers used their silver swords to kill creatures of magic provenance, wraiths, cursed souls, and striggers. With their swords of meteorite steel, they felled non-magic beasts, and the occasional human who refused to pay for services rendered. In combat, witches would go into a trance, induced, it's supposed, through self-hypnosis or the consumption of intoxicants. They fought with blind abandon, sensing absolutely no pain, ignoring even serious injuries, which fed fears and superstitions about their unearthly powers.
Yeah, the subtitles were wrong there.
There's little doubt that witches were perceived to be vile beings who could bring misfortune down upon common folk with their gaze alone.
Hello, Vasmati, and you're right.
Fairy tales and other yarns, witchers entered the folklore of the Nordlings. This is true of one especially, Geralt the Riv, known as the White Wolf. Listen now to one of the legends about him.
So that used to play instead of the intro. And at some point, I don't know if it was just a patch or this enhanced edition that came out slightly later. I don't really know a lot of specifics about this, because I don't know if that was like bought separately or just upgraded or something. But they changed it, and there's the, as you can see, it's a huge upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh, that's interesting, Cosmetic, because I usually dislike this like almost Flash style, where it's just like flat puppetry going on. Sometimes filmed in 3D, like I just called it earlier, Alice Madness Returns style. I don't know, to me it always feels not a decision of style, but a budget problem that they did that instead of like fancy cinematic shit. Then again, it's understandable, not everything deserves really a lot of money wasted on it. And
Chain Gunner.
also, hi Chain Gunner, yes, I kinda missed you, sorry. I saw Hazmati's message right after yours, but anyway. So, luckily the very like first minutes of the game aren't super important, because there's gonna be just like dialogue with random people, and we will be able to correct the audio if anything's too loud or too quiet during that. So no, everyone don't hesitate to tell me. Witcher 1 had one fancy cinematic in the beginning, but I really don't like it that much because it's overly long and kind of ugly in places. This one has like, it tops them all. Honestly, Witcher 3 is also pretty cool, but just doesn't have the oomph a little bit of this one. Also, there's this, which I suck at, because this is hella difficult for me, and it doesn't really have any story or anything to it. There's a little, like, not even a side quest, but like you find a knight, he's wounded, blah blah blah, and he gives you a ticket, his ticket to this arena, and you go in the arena, and then you just, this is tutorial style. I think actually the tutorial and this mini game are separate, but they take place in the same arena.
Wait. What was that about Witcher 1 saves?
So if I finished Witcher 1 properly, and didn't uninstall it or hadn't uninstalled it, you can import your end game Witcher 1 saves, which I don't think there's many decisions. Oh no, I know one decision. Remember Ada, the daughter of Foltest, who was cursed into a Striga, then Geralt fixed her, then she relapsed, and I think I mentioned that you could choose to kill her or relive the curse again. And I know that influences a minor thing in here. It's gonna be mentioned right here at the beginning very soon. But I don't know if anything else really... There might be some decisions from Witcher 1, but also your equipment.
It's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't think games did that since fucking Ultima 7.
Well, Mass Effect does that. And yeah, the Witchers, they emphasize decision making a lot. And unfortunately in this one you can't really like manually pick and choose what you want if you don't have saves. But in Witcher 3 you can what's called Simulate a Witcher 2 save, and you can choose some key moments from this game, how they happened, and they influence things in that game as well. But yeah, also you get equipment from Witcher 1. I don't know if it's every possible equipment you could have, or like to what degree you keep it, and how useful it is, but I will of course not have it. I will start with the dinky little piece of shit that I get here by default.
Hazmati, that's probably better and fits like the world better than another shitty like Elder Scrolls Chosen One story.
Yeah, also doesn't have to have like a tragic backstory, that's all cliche. I like that he's just like a regular person who's just good at his job and fun stuff happens to him, but fun stuff happens to everyone in this world pretty much. For a definition of fun, of course. Also, is it just me or is my on-screen chat kind of not really reaching? Give me a second. Oh, it just isn't scrolling yet because it hasn't like completely filled its height. But yeah, let's go. New game. I'm gonna skip the tutorial because it's no story and otherwise kind of pointless. And okay, Insane is hardcore mode, I'm not gonna go there. Dark is the second hardest, which I'm gonna suck. I will say it right away. I will play this ahead of time a little bit before each stream to be prepared for the difficult parts and such, because there are difficult parts. But I might really suck. And I'm still picking hard because it promises additional unique items and I want to see what that is. I don't think I played on the dark my first time to this game. Also, yeah, Hazama, that was kind of funny. They didn't like. I mean, he doesn't have a beard in 2 or 1, so that was kind. I mean, he looks like freaking that elf from Lord of the Rings, but otherwise, Legolas. There we go. Looks a bit like Legolas. Does have. I think he also wasn't supposed to have his scars and shit at that moment in time, but still, I don't know. I'm willing to wait until the production is done and we see how they look in the actual show, because like when the cast reveal and you have pictures of the actors from like other places and in different lighting and without any sort of Witcher related makeup, a lot of them look real bad for that. But as soon as they even just like do the proper lighting and make a shot, like Triss, the actors for Triss looked fucking black in a picture that I was like, hey, there's all the cast. But there were other pictures of her and she isn't actually black and she could pass for Triss realistically, I would say, if they gave her a wig. Which, by the way, of course, Triss doesn't actually have red hair in the books. So maybe they could just give her like a... I think it's described as chestnut and auburn interchangeably in the books, in the translations of the books, of course. Well, I mean, Legolas more like his face is very smooth and traditionally handsome. Geralt's supposed to be all rugged and shit. I don't know, maybe early on in the books he isn't. I haven't read the books, so I can't really tell. But yeah, I am willing to give it a chance before I say that it's complete shit. Enough! Let's start. How do you like the menu music, by the way, Hippogate? I love it a lot. It's very dramatic.
Well, I haven't been paying much attention, but I guess it's alright.
Indeed. Nothing is more repulsive than these monsters' divine nature. Name of Witcher, the offspring false source in witchcraft, unscrupulous soldiers, scoundrels without conscious virtue, they're veritable creatures from hell, capable only of talking lives. Yes, exactly. Monstrum, a portrayal of witches, and I think you can find that book in every Witcher game. At least I found like dozens of it.
I think you can find this book in the actual books.
Could be. Is it one of the books actually, or is it just mentioned?
No, it's just like quoted a bunch of times.
Ah, interesting. God damn it, I got some in my throat. Blah, famine and disease reign in all the north. Thousand dwarves inhabit ghettos. They are increasing numbers, they flee to the forests, join squattal units. Also 6 years since the war from the books. In Temeria, an identified assassin attempts to murder King Foltest at the end of Game 1. The killer dies at the hands of Geralt of Rivia, a professional monster slayer. Yeah, I agree, Hazmati. The like more subdued women singing in 3 was better in my opinion. The banks of Pontar River, Volta's army is victorious once more, blah blah blah. Let me read it again from the chat. Volta's army is victorious once more, ending civil strife in the country. Yet the precious triumph proves immense. Hey, remember this from the first one. Also, his hair is like expected to be glitchy as hell. I can't really do anything about it, unfortunately. Man, unfortunate to have something lodged in your throat as you're about to start streaming a game. But oh well. So you can probably see the update, like the upgrade rather, on the model of Geralt, but after a little short opening here, the game is really gonna like open with a really presentable scene, and we're gonna see just how the graphics have jumped forward. Dungeons of LaValette Castle, 3 days after the battle. Don't worry, we're gonna learn what the hell is going on.
Daddy needs you. Oh shit! Ha! 20 orange to Grandad. Looky there, he's awake. You daft! Don't go in there! Shut it, he's in chains, can't do a thing. Am I right, Master Geralt? Roll again! Why? The dice didn't roll! Calling me a cheat? Take it back. Look, he's awake again. Monster slayer, my ass. A regular whoreson. I heard witches all start out as roadside orphans taken in by mages. Mages who experiment on them. Folks say they plough witches come the equinox. That's how they get those spooky eyes.
Enough! Take him down and put him in the interrogation room.
I thought you died.
I'm not so easy to kill.
No, we're not supposed to know who that guy is either at this moment. I'm pretty sure he didn't appear in Witcher 1.
Okay, thank you. I was just about to ask.
Yeah, this is a little bit in medium res here. Or in media res. I forget how it goes. Basically starts in the middle of shit. And then explains how we came here.
I don't believe we've been introduced. Vernon Roach.
How does it usually go in like sitcoms? Hello, my name is Geralt and you're probably wondering how did I get here?
Yeah.
So,
No, I
Hippogata.
haven't played any Witcher games as much.
Yeah, I am going to accept input on choices that aren't timed. Do you have any
I think the
preference?
second one is more appropriate.
You'll find that, like in many RPGs, the wording of what we pick in here doesn't actually have anything to do with what the character says. But I'm glad you picked the second one, because it illustrates the point very well.
Fuck you.
What the fuck?
Nasty. And after we've been through so
It's the same sentiment.
Same side of the barricade then. Opposite sides of the table now.
you can change that.
You want me to sit on your lap?
Ves!
Like, what is this shit? This is just
Unshackle him.
lies.
Well, in the dialogue choices like here, you're supposed to have like a summation of the attitude the character is gonna take, pretty much. Not his entire line of dialogue that he's gonna say. But yeah, it's kind of funny here, in this particular point. Hello, possible also.
You will tell me
Hello.
everything you remember. The entire assault. And all that happened in the Solar.
And if I refuse?
I shall have to beat you. I've commanded the Special Forces for a while. Got good at beating others. You're a Witcher. You'd endure much.
You better believe it.
Worst case scenario, you'll suffer through it, go back to your cell, and tomorrow, they'll publicly gut you, skin you, and hang you.
Just like that? For nothing?
No, for Temeria.
Downright praiseworthy. Where should I start?
It was a long day. I wish to hear the important bits.
So this is kind of bizarre. We can do it in any order here, but of course I'm gonna go in the order that it happened. which I'm completely blanking on the chronologically, there we go. Yeah, I'm not all amnesiac yet. Also, if anyone has seen this game before and wants to ask about some settings, because there are some things you can see that are absent, namely the screen space ambient occlusion, because this game introduced me to how shit screen space ambient occlusion can look. Basically, every object has like this dark outline around it sometimes that doesn't really fall on any geometry behind it, just like this aura of darkness, and it's really stupid looking. I also disabled motion blur, and I disabled super sampling, which I don't know, whatever it is. My computer can handle it without streaming, but I'm not taking chances while streaming, because you have to change those settings from the launcher and not from within the game. Anyway, let's start from the beginning.
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle, but Foltest is not someone you refuse.
So yeah, that is.
Oh, it actually lets you play through the memories.
Yeah. It's called Screen Space Ambient Occlusion, or SSAO. If you have any place in options to disable it, I advise you to disable it immediately in any game you play, because it usually sucks else, S, and balls at the same time. That's how bad it is. I wonder if any of those would slightly hide all the little Z fighting flickering that's going on.
Oh hey, there's a bot.
Yeah, there's a bot. So Triss is probably the most interesting indicator of whether someone has read the books or not. Because people who have read the books and remember her kind of mostly don't like her. At least in this game she kind of looks alright. In the first game she was really like bland-faced and
Witcher, are you up?
boring looking.
Can you show this on YouTube?
I'll
His Majesty,
manage.
King of Tiberia, Pontar, Mahakam, and Sodden, Senior Protector of Bruges,
I see what this guy's doing.
summons Master Geralt to appear before him.
Tell him I'll be there shortly.
Sorry to intrude like this, milady, but the king...
We heard you.
Why don't you read off more of his titles, man?
Pleasant day to you, milady. Witcher,
So yeah, allegedly in the books, Triss like really wanted Geralt, but knew he loved
Stupid war.
Yennefer,
Could've
but
been such a
still.
beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged
Can I
by you.
pause this? Yes, I can. To make my point real quick. So I as far as I've read, Triss has been like constantly taking advantage of any situation to be able to make moves on Geralt when Yennefer is not here, or well, I mean, pretty much when Yennefer's not there or otherwise preoccupied. And there were situations where she didn't help them when she could, and she kind of like betrayed them for the Lodge of Sorceresses or minor, something like that happened. Basically, she is kind of a shit friend in the end. But the games, as soon as she realized Geralt has amnesia, she's like, oh yeah, I'm sliding in there. And now in the games, she like straight up pretends to be perfect waifu and completely nice and everything. So technically, if we're staying true to the canon, Geralt shouldn't really like her, or like her less the more he regains his memories. So I'm gonna have to step on my own throat and probably have to choose Yennefer in Witcher 3 and not Triss, even though I like Triss much more just from the games. Oh well. Oh well, I say well. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, maybe if I... Right, phew! I was afraid we were gonna have to play this game frame by frame there. Oh well. I think this one probably would be more informative.
They've cleared the forests, they're pillaging nearby villages, and they'll soon be murdering each other en masse. Why? Because Foltest's having a spat with the mother of his bastard twins. This is a really stupid war, Triss.
Bastards or not, the children are still royal blood. The LaValettes are an old Temerian dynasty, and the mix is sufficient basis to vie for the crown. History has known stranger contenders.
Which doesn't change the fact that...
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined, but they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
Did you dream of the Wild Hunt again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when it's yellow or tan or whatever, that advances the dialogue, and these are optional things that you want to ask before.
One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Skoyatel unit. That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon? In the midst of civilization? Oh, please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
Well,
So,
should I speak about the dragon thing?
well, sure.
Well, there was a dragon in the book who could very easily take human shape.
Ah, yeah, I remember from videos of summaries of stuff. Hearing about that. Yeah, that's...
And I think Geralt like fought him at some point, but kind of like in good spirit, not really trying to kill each other.
just arm wrestling with swords and stuff. But yeah, also for anyone who doesn't know, Skoyatel, the weird name, that's the bands of, also called squirrels, bands of like elves and sometimes dwarves, I guess, maybe? Basically non-humans who are fighting against oppression by humans, but they're kind of terrorists, a little bit. But they have like, the cause is understandable, but their methods are pretty shit, from what I understand. Also, I think like Nilfgaard had some relationship with them at some point, like use them or help them or something. I don't know. I didn't really.
The unlucky assassin? How did the autopsy go?
It was a nightmare. In the months since you killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart? Well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
Possibly. I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the cults they ride.
I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The wild
Ah,
hunt.
so that was just a dream,
They're
alright.
the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something that'll help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very powerful. Some people claim they can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
We'll know in time. I'm sure of it.
So an interesting detail that we didn't really see any wild hunt during that scene in Witcher 1 or 2, but apparently Geralt thinks that he's being pursued by the wild hunt during that they'll run through the forest, after which his buddies from the Witcher school find him and bring him there, and the Witcher 1 begins. So that's interesting. So the first thing he remembers, his first human memory, as you will, is running away from the wild hunt, apparently.
All
Well-
right. Time to look to the lustful
Give me a
king
sec.
and his stupid war.
I'll join you later.
Alright.
It didn't really look like Wild Hunt. It was just like some couple of douchebags.
Well, the couple of douchebags are actually like Eskel and Lambert. If you remember in the first one, they were chasing after him because they recognized him, and when he collapsed, they collected him and brought him to Kermoran.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I'm really feeling like I should reduce the music a little bit. Just a little bit, because it was overpowering trees there, some fears. Nah, maybe Triss is just kinda quiet. So, this game begins the Witcher tradition of looting like thousands of random things that I don't even know why you need any of them, but everyone loots everything in these games, so I'm gonna do that as well.
I like how you drop a candle on the carpet.
Yeah, that was... absolutely unintentional. Yeah, apparently I can't actually loot anything in this tent. But there's like tons of shit that doesn't weigh anything and you just... I don't know. they like looting inventory and all that in the Witcher games isn't my favorite aspect of them. It just doesn't feel impactful. Anyway, graphics.
That's kind of nice.
And music as well. Damn, I completely blocked them launching the shit with the bush. But they are actually fully animated and they are gonna repeat that over and over. I'm gonna show it from a better vintage point later, but yeah, we are somewhere in Temeria. That castle over there is LaValette Castle, which Foltest is assaulting because apparently he's having a quarrel with the mother of his illegitimate kids. Or I don't actually know 100% what illegitimate entails in this case, but I guess maybe out of wedlock or something? Probably.
Side chick children.
Yep. So yeah, you pick herbs and shit. Like that was in Witcher 1, of course, picking herbs and stuff. But not quite to this extent. But, you know, there's some nettle, as far as I can tell. Crapiva. And stuff. Also slightly Oblivion style bushes there, but at least you can't really do this. This was worse for the trees, but this also looks kind of goofy. If you see the parts of the bushes are all the same and they rotate as you spin the camera. Oh well. I wonder if this was like a proprietary, not proprietary, what's the term? Basically a technology that many games use because it was just like speed tree, you know? Anyway, let's go get a little reference to the books apparently.
I don't want to die on a bed. Oh, looky there, new boy, it's that Witcher. Geralt of Rivia ought to know about amulets.
Witcher, sir, I have a question for you.
We know each other?
Don't recognize your old mates. We're the Crinfrid Reavers.
I lost my memory.
As did Boholt. After the hunt for the Golden Dragon, he took a spill and hit his head on a rock. He can still be a beast in battle, but besides that, he don't do much save eat and shit. Rarely even lusts after women.
I doubt that's amnesia.
I'm Kenneth, and this one here they call Desperate, and this is New Boy. He's apprenticing with us. I haven't had much luck with the monsters of late, so we enlisted. Now New Boy's gotten itself into this wager situation. Would you help us for old time's sake? I mean, we all got a little riled. But those are bygones, as I see it.
We'd have set you free. The sorceress too. Boholt was just fooling about the raping and all.
Hmm? What rape?
Shut your trap, Desperate. The Witcher don't remember. Waste of words to remind him. We're old mates, that's that.
So you'd have raped this old mate?
Just the sorceress. You were there to kill the dragon, the sorceress too. The peasants wanted at it, everyone did. But there was only one prize, and we argued. There was some commotion, a regular rumble in fact. We tied you up like hogs, meaning you and the sorceress, and went after the beast. The dragon thrashed us so hard, we spent the next half year licking our wounds. You done freed yourselves of your bonds.
Who was the sorceress?
Raven-haired she was. Remember her name, Desperate?
Conifer or some such. So, willing to help some old friends, Witcher?
So does it ring any bells, you forget?
I think this may actually relate to that dragon that I spoke of earlier.
Probably, if you said there was one dragon. Also, yeah, Hazmati, I'm thinking that as well. I'm gonna lower it a little bit more after this dialogue.
What kind of trouble are you in now?
I don't want to press escape.
Of life, death, and quite a bit of coin in point of fact. New Boy bet tonight that he'd survive the assault in his shirt and knickers alone. We'd drunk a bit by then, I admit, but a wager's a wager. Our honor's at stake.
A soldier's honor versus a knight's. I think I get it.
The very core of the matter, Witcher. We're slated to go in the first wave, so the going's liable to be hard. New Boy's brave, but he can't survive by courage alone. In any case, we've come into this bauble that's supposed to protect him, magically like. You mind casting an expert's glance at it, seeing as sorcery and such is not strange to you?
Let me see this bauble.
That's true, possibly. You can't really just
Your
stop
wolf
doing it.
medallion, I saw it shake.
It reacts to magic.
So it's true, what the priest said. Hear that, new boy? You'll be safe. We'll fleece that night, we will.
So, basically, you can tell him, yeah, that's cool, that's gonna work. But both of these are gonna be negative, and that's... I'm gonna take the lead here and
Where did you get
pick
this
one of the
talisman?
lower ones.
We came by it, let's say. We were on patrol, see, and ran into a couple of novice priestesses.
Actually, at that point, the middle one might not be actually negative, but
Smiling and all.
We don't want
At
to
a different
take them
choice
two
later.
on patrol. But
Shut it! Boalt had one of his rare moments of clairvoyance. Went rummaging in the shrine and found the amulet.
who knows what goes on in that head of his? But every now and then he wakes up as good old Boholt.
Aye, he still cuts them down with a single wallop. In any case, we took the amulet and went off to find the rest of the patrol. Oh, the wonders we saw. First, ran into some squirrels, vicious ones, adders flying everywhere. We came through untouched. Barely 3 of the others still standing when a dragon swooped down. The elves fell to their knees. We all legged it. The amulet's magic for certain.
Though it failed to protect the shrine from your patrolling.
Aye, true. Well, now we don't know what to think.
So yeah, when I first played this game, I didn't know much. So when he said like, "Oh, the wonders we saw, a bunch of vicious squirrels," I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And only later I learned that the elves are called squirrels in this game. Oh well. So yeah, this is the choice where the middle and the bottom one are negative, I'm pretty sure.
Who knows? Maybe the amulet is unlucky. Maybe it draws trouble. I doubt you left the shrine untouched. And the Squirtle, the dragon.
I told you as much. We need to get the boys some plate.
Wait a minute. You owe the Witcher some thanks.
But we're broke as shit peddlers.
Fancy the amulet, Witcher? It might draw trouble, be cursed in some way, but you might lift the curse. Sell it off.
I'll take it.
It's all yours.
Witcher, you available for normal business still? Willing to hunt monsters?
Yeah, I'm willing. Why do you ask?
Well, cause we were out with those scouts that saw the dragon. No one believes us.
Oh
but
yeah.
The sound in the assembly. That's us. Find you after the battle, Witcher.
Wait.
Farewell.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then you
of
look at the amulet in the inventory, and it tells you the amulet of supreme protection.
Yeah, give me a second to do a couple things. Also, I have half a mind to restart the game with super sampling to see if it does anything about the anti-aliasing lacking here, because it definitely is set to like highest in the launcher, but for some reason I just see pixels everywhere. Okay. I wonder would that be enough.
Overwhelming force. That's what we are.
They're getting what they deserve. Ah, the aroma. Told you I can
So
cook.
what's about?
As long as I get the
How's
supplies.
about the volume? Should I lower it more?
Where'd they get to me?
People,
I was
pipe
there
in.
when it happened.
This is your time.
LaValette'll pay for this.
And the music quieted down as well.
Time to finish him off.
Word is, way up north, there's a tribe of wildmen.
Wildman, blah blah.
Word is, way up north, there's a tribe of wildmen who go into battle stark naked.
Whereas you have your trousers protecting
Overwhelming
your jewels.
Alright, so I'm gonna save
I'll wager you'll
They're
send
getting
them.
what...
and I'm gonna exit, which means I won't have to alt tab. So give me a sec. I'm gonna do some in the chat. Can I actually do the old thing where I set it to be thinner? Yeah, alright. I wonder if that's gonna be enough. Alright, I'm also gonna put it up. We'll see when I relaunch the game. We'll see how it looks. I'm gonna readjust the stuff. So options. Yes, I see. Okay, you of course no one but Hippocat is seeing the settings here. Yeah, anti-aliasing is enabled. Uber sampling. Let's enable that shit. Dangling objects limit disabled. Okay, alright. Okay. Launch game. I wonder what that's gonna do. Back in the day, this used to be like super laggy for a game. Quite bad optimization and performance, but surely my computer is capable of running that. Yeah. Load game. Also, the saves to this game, it keeps all the autosaves throughout the whole game.
Word is, way up north, there's a tribe of wildmen who go into battle stark naked.
So I have absolutely no idea what changed. But it feels like there's less frames per second. I'm gonna keep it for now. We'll see. I guess some pixelization is gone. So, as far as I'm aware, actually, anti-aliasing and stuff doesn't often affect transparent textures such as grass or leaves and stuff, so they are actually a bad way to judge if it works. But you can see on the flagpole that it's smoothed down, and the tent as well. That's just a technical little thing. Alright, so let's find the dialogue someplace, I guess.
Word is, way up north, there's a tribe of wildmen who go
Also inventory, right. Aye. Got all this crap. New by Talisman. Supposedly very powerful trinket capable of protecting its owner. Doesn't cost anything. Armor minus 10%. So, heh.
So I guess we did the good thing.
Yep.
Where is you love your truck?
Okay, I guess there is. I know where to get non-story important dialogue around here.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the... Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Must be shitting themselves on the walls. Laugh all you like. Come the assault, you'll be slipping on that shite.
Yeah, the NPCs here, you pretty much just get them into view and they start the whole phrase again.
Oh, that's probably still better than Oblivion character conversations.
Maybe they just reset the phrase if you stop it prematurely. But yeah, there is not that many lines for all these soldiers here, but they are all named uniquely. So that's kind of cool. And I think there was one dude... Can I run? No, I can walk. There was one dude with like a humorous name somewhere around here. Actually, I'm gonna look at people's names. Alvin.
Word is, way up north, there's a tribe of wildmen.
Okay, these don't even count as humans.
Too true.
Shut up about the naked people. Half pint.
I'm in.
You're a fool. See now they cut him up.
I know him, he's tough. He'll bounce back, you'll see him kill many a LaValette.
Buffy the Prick, there we go, Buffy the Prick. This is the guy with a cool name. Mouse.
To victory!
Care for a shot before you enter the siege tower? Or don't you drink and ride?
With full test to victory!
Man, the game is still kind of laggy, but I guess we'll take it.
You going into battle, Geralt?
Apparently I've been hanging out with Fall Test for a month or so, so they all know me.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pool.
They're fucking pounding!
Must be shitting themselves on the walls.
Examine, there we go, that's the best way to examine. What was that from yesterday, Hippocat? You're back to the face. And all that fun stuff.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding.
Shut the fuck up about the trebuchets already! Alright. Also, you know what keeps getting worse? Possibly reflections. Mirrors. This guy's a very good motivational speaker.
Move those feet! This is the army, not the barnyard! Ah! They're in for a beating!
Greetings. Can I interest you in a worthy cause? We could use your support.
What's the cause?
Veterans Fund. Former fighting men of need.
Uh-huh. Found you gullible enough to fall for that?
There's nothing to fall for. It's just some arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling?
Yeah, why? You put down some coin and we wrestle. Win and the pot is yours. Lose and... well, the coin goes to the fund. Care to test your strength?
Well, Hazmati, it is like the king's army. Alright, so I'm gonna read out only the longer answers that might be going under the chat, but I think it's alright right now. So no one posts really long messages that are not gonna be visible in their entirety in the chat. I guess I could, if there's one thing I could do, is I could pull the chat back down a little bit, because it's now... I can probably put it like this and see. I don't think I do, Posted. I have set it on live chat, which should be the full one.
Well, it's not gonna show up in OBS probably anyway.
Huh. Could be. I can't really tell how much is being shown in OBS. Maybe I should stretch it out a little bit so I see the words in it. Oh shit, great highlight. No, no, no! Well, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't click on that. Okay, OBS doesn't eat fuck shit ass. That's probably because top chat is the default one. I wonder if I can do pop out chat, because I think the thing OBS is capturing from is pop out chat, and set this to left chat. Let's off the media dilemma was just farmers, blah blah. So someone swear again. I've enabled pop-up chat and set it to live chat instead of top chat. Might be if a new message comes, OBS could pick it up. I guess I might do it as well. Huh. I guess OBS just doesn't want... You know, this irks me. Give me a quick second. Well, okay, I'm not gonna... This whole script here, I don't really know what to edit here to disable. I might...
All that script is just CSS.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know anything
with
about it. There's a bunch of settings in here, which... Alright, whatever. YouTube still records the chat anyway, so this isn't really that important anymore. Oh shit, I pressed later.
To test just...
Okay, so this is one of those mini games. I have no idea how this works. We'll find out. I don't remember at all. Communicator yell field. This is kind of like fishing in... Oh, you use the mouse for this, and it's kind of like there's a lot of... What's the word for... When the speed is maintained, god damn it. What is with my vocabulary today?
Some strength you've got in that arm.
Inertia?
Yes. Momentum, well, inertia is the same kind. Oh yeah, I guess I could possibly do it. Just part of me doesn't trust YouTube to like not decide, yeah, we don't want to do that anymore, and delete the support for that function or something.
Greetings.
I haven't played dice poker in a while.
Ah, it's like walking. You don't forget how to do it unless you're drunk. Roll a few rounds with me.
Just to see how this looks, because I doubt I'll be playing much of this. I don't want to save scam a lot on stream, at the very least. And
Witcher, the king demands to see you immediately.
Fuck that.
Sure. I'm just gonna finish fucking my girlfriend, and then I'm gonna arm wrestle, and then I'm gonna play dice poker, and then I'm just gonna stand around gawking at the fucking trebuchets.
Man, I completely fucked up the troll. I thought there would be invisible walls. Well, shit.
Hehe, I believe my looks with me today.
Third-second delay. Well, those settings were wherever I took the script from. I could probably look it up again and change it and get myself a different script. Oh well, lost some money to that guy. But I don't give a shit, and I'm not gonna play unless I'm in dire need of money.
Not really, Postal dude.
Those trebuchets are fucking pulled out of him. You seek the king. He waits near the machine. No reason to go
Antroid,
in here.
did you know though that the end is nigh?
Oh yeah.
With full test to victory!
Wonder if that granny is still alive.
Let us kneel and pray for a favorable day. Gods, grant us strength and protect us in battle. We ask not for victory, for we shall win regardless. Fight in the king's name.
You going into battle, Geralt? Kick their asses, Geralt.
Issues from the divine.
Cheer up, Witcher.
He who is victorious for the
Hey,
king is
wasn't it you who
victorious
defeated
for
the Grand
gods.
Master and put down the rebellion in Vizima?
Yeah, it's that guard from after, not before technically.
A beautiful day for battle. Fear not, Excellency, we're out of range of their arbalists.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer to joust verbally or with a pen, the emissary of peace that I am.
Hogwash! You're the emissary of the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. The Emperor of Nilfgaard, who spared no blood conquering over a dozen sovereign realms.
Thus bringing them laws, culture, and peace above all.
So you can see there's people rolling another ball. These guys are whatever the thing. And there is a little assault tower. A bunch of them are on fire and dead. Let's watch this. I like that there's actual animations for like characters who are doing all this crap. Very detailed. Check out what a large army. I guess it's not that large, but for video games. This is like the entire land of Skyrim here, pretty much, space-wise. Religion, I have no idea actually, Hazmati. I know a certain... Oh shit! Well, shit, oh, okay. A certain monk mentioned something like All Father and a Mother Creatrix later in a cutscene. And there's also a little thing that people are praying to, which has really bizarre pictures. I'm gonna point it out. But these fucking trebuchets are pounding the endless night! Let's go talk to Foltest, that Nilfgaardian, which I have no idea why he is here, and some other guy.
Finally! Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault today, and you'll be at my side. Follow me, gentlemen. Let's not keep the traitors waiting.
Sire, you said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. A deadly and very costly weapon. An experienced crew can cock and release 2 bolts each minute. Yet it has one flaw.
Your Grace, please take cover.
The recoil of the arms is so strong upon firing that the weapon shifts. It simply cannot hit the same spot twice.
I had no idea Your Grace was a learned military engineer.
I'm not. I gave the Baroness those ballistae 2 years ago for her birthday.
Sire.
What say you, Excellency, of men who live
gifting
in
your
spite
girlfriend
of
a ballista.
And what say you, Your Grace, of soldiers who inflict them?
Those who did this live no more.
Master Geralt, I wish to converse with you once the storm of battle has subsided.
Forgive me, Excellency, but I plan to leave the royal court as soon as possible.
What the hell's going on with his hair?
Why?
Too often they take place.
What do they call you, soldier? Wait. You served with me at Brenneran during our foray into the Pontar Valley. Norman Sadel. Still an arbalist?
Yes, sir. Fight has not been kind to me.
Ha! Norman Sador, for your years of faithful service to the crown, I appoint you Decurion of the Arbalists. Onwards, gentlemen. No reason to dawdle.
Well, as we know, Ballista does like 2 damage, so pretty much a woman's toy anyway. At least based on Heroes of Might Magic 3.
First to fight! First to die!
Take the knights alive for ransom.
Yeah, this guy looks kind of unfortunate. Makes me real uncomfortable just thinking about it. Oh, the music's just getting started, Postal Dude. Also, I have no idea where I'm going at this point. I didn't know I could go here. There's nothing. Yeah, the fucking ballista! Now it's not ballista, it's trebuchets. Can I loot these boxes though? No, I can't. Oh, but ooh, my talisman is doing shit. I forget which button does the wolf ball. Let me check the controls. They are supposed to teach me later. Oh. Oh. Where are my controls?
I think you may have just had a pop-up about that.
Really? Well, I've covered my stream completely. Drat. Oh, that's not it. That's signs. That's that. This is power attack. This is quick attack. This is menu. This is roll. Oh, hold a little bit. So yeah, you find these random spots that give you buffs. That's kind of interesting. Include your little radar buzz. Graphics card, I think I have a 1070 whatever GeForce. Kind of last or second to last year already. Maybe third to last, I don't know. But Asmati, did anyone ever build this shit?
What are we waiting for?
Me. Likely.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty, but I must ask, what fate awaits the royal bastards when...
They're my children. If I hear bastard one more time, someone will die. Painfully.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within his rights.
Ada is dead, and I have no other children.
I see.
There's that mention.
This conversation is over, Excellency. Please retire to your tent. Black ones in my camp before a battle. What has the world come to? Nothing would make me happier than returning his shriveled head to Emir in a sack. But Triss Merigold insisted I be patient and courteous. Was I?
I couldn't have handled it better myself.
Ha! I always knew you were one of us. And bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
Let's be honest, Tim.
Triss did an autopsy. It's possible he was a witcher.
Man, I keep forgetting to look at OBS.
What have I ever done to the ploughing witchers? Anything more?
He had no medallion, but that doesn't mean anything.
Many in your shoes would have withheld that information. After the battle, Triss will report to me. For now, let us tend to the traitors. Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass! What is going on up there? The gods count at you, very! Catch, Witcher!
Check out this field of view throughout this.
Plume. Not 6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher?
So we can't really see if anything's red, but we can see a guy with a plume, and I'm gonna see that we could shoot like there. Probably gonna fuck him up.
3 degrees.
Oh, I completely fucked it up. Which is weird because my
We hit the bastard.
first playthrough a week ago, I actually hit him.
We'll get him on the walls.
And I don't think I was aiming much lower, so I don't know. But basically, if you, I guess, aim better, you explode that place and nothing really changes. That's kind of weird that it didn't hit. Like, clearly I aimed... I don't know. I feel like I aimed straight for his head last time, when it actually managed to hit.
You know, Witcher, I'm prepared to forgive Louisa. All she need do is to kneel before her king.
Very noble of you.
Are you mocking me? Never mind. I'm certain Louisa will realize her mistakes. Besides, children should have a mother. Onward, Witcher! To the top!
Hello, Vin, and The Witcher 1, we only had one stream where I just showed what kind of game it was.
Witcher! To the top!
Didn't play through it, of course. I just showed like the beginning, some of the locations.
Onward, Witcher! To the top!
And stuff, and told.
It's quite simple. Louisa and I had a bit of a tiff. She made demands I could not fulfill. Understand?
I think so.
Count Echeverry and others immediately intervened, all noble, all sympathetic. They claimed the evil king would take her children, but they would protect them, even place them on the throne. And the Baroness was duped, her motherly love used. In truth, they desire privileges that would weaken the throne. Onward, Witcher, to the top!
So pretty much he just had sex with her, and then he refused to give her
Witcher, to the top!
the status that would go with it, and the children. As I understand it. Didn't make her queen or anything.
Bread and vodka's all you'll get when you're ploughing for your king. Blood and mud, your brow a sweat. Balls in a bandage, brick in a sling. That's a swiving soldier's life. Taking orders, smash your foe. Coin and country, there your wife. And a long road at your toe.
But also I wanted to mention, Foltest mentions that Ada is dead, so that's the default outcome of that time in Witcher 1, where you can either uncurse her again or kill her. And I think Radovid was trying to like wed her to get closer to the throne of Temeria. And Foltest mentions that here, but I think he pretty much married her off to him. Somehow just reversed that whole thing where Radovid didn't get jack shit from that, and Foltest got rid of her, so she is not a contestant to the throne, and that's why the children matter again. This fucking song is preventing me from talking. At least you could have had subtitles if I knew it was coming from above. Oh well.
Bread and vodka's all you'll get when you're ploughing for your king. Blood and mud, your brow a sweat.
That shut him up.
Look alive, men! Hail to the king!
Hail to the king,
Where the hell are we heading?
Yep.
What the fuck do we want? Victory! This I like!
I can't actually tell if we're moving. Probably not.
Eyes on the bridge! We're nearly there! Weapons at the ready!
That tower was ridiculous.
It was designed to break the rebels' morale.
A bunch of lords and lordlings took a ride to then pompously stride on top of the walls, while the real army fought and died below them in the shit and piss-filled streets.
If years of service have taught me anything, it's that the Highborn don the best costumes and get the best vantage points, whether at a ball or in battle. But it's not the time for that kind of jousting, Witcher. Continue your story.
Yeah, that's true, Hazmati, but I mean, that's on Geralt that he didn't take shit. If I finished Witcher 1, I could have probably brought some equipment, though I don't actually think you ever get helmets in Witcher. I'm pretty sure you never wear a helmet. Oh well, maybe Witchers just don't wear helmets.
Things went relatively smoothly after we came out of that tower. That is, until we ran into Arya and LaValette.
At some point I'm also going to read through like character entries and stuff in the journal, because the Dandelion is writing about everyone. Probably the best when the character is like gone through the game, because he adds new stuff when something happens. And how do freaking crossbow bolts just kill people in plate armor? I thought they were swords.
That's like the entire purpose of crossbows.
Really?
Like, knights went out of fashion because crossbows were invented.
Huh.
And any fucktard with a crossbow would kill a knight in plate armor.
Yeah, I know that people really didn't like that even a peasant could shoot crossbows. but I didn't think it would actually like penetrate proper plate. I'm helping. I helped. Yeah.
Lord Suxon, you shall push for the center aisle and bring down that gate.
It's a good day to kill, Your Majesty! Follow me, gentlemen! For Temeria!
Good day to kill your majesty, that sounds a bit...
Lord Swan, you and your men shall follow me. We must capture or otherwise deal with Aryan LaValette in order to break the defenders' morale.
Yes, Your Grace.
Geralt, gentlemen, follow me! For the glory!
Ah yes, a lot of glory in this.
I'm not so sure about this Hazmati. I would normally Google, but for obvious reasons I cannot be arsed right now.
I actually heard that's true, like I remember reading about that.
I forbid you to die like imbeciles, hear me! They've taken a good position, the bastards!
Not so much knights as just armor. Like, didn't people still try to wear
pick us off like ducks,
blade
no
revolved one?
Any ideas?
That ballista would do the trick.
Oh well, we'll never know. Man, maybe stop shooting at balls at us. I know Volta said that if you're experienced you can cock and release many balls, but when your king's on the walls, maybe stop. Also, let's loot everyone. Or certain people, I guess. One person. Anyway, so we're getting super shot. And if you go in there, you die in one shot. So I can't loot those little pouches. And here's where combat starts, and I'm starting to die. So prepare for that. That thing just topples over immediately as soon as you drop down here. So you got signs. Art is just slightly push people. This is trap on the floor that slows them down or freezes them. I think mostly monsters. I don't know if it works on humans. Igni, flamethrower, Quen, shield. And this is mind control, so technically that's the best one. Although you always want to use Quen before you go into battle. This one you gotta hold a little bit.
Damn, you like cut them down in 2 hits, but they do like fuck all damage to their bodies.
They do a lot of damage to me actually. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, this is how I die. No, I didn't die, alright.
What is this, Dark Souls?
Kind of, but you don't get iframes as I mentioned before, so this is actually much harder. Also, you can't really dodge bolts and shit as easily by rolling. So you gotta cast Quen and pretty much rush them. See, still hit me.
Blasphemous!
I have no thoughts on Cyberpunk. I've seen pictures and they looked cool, but I
Same.
haven't seen like any trailers or anything.
I've seen the gameplay, like 40 minutes thing, and I'm mildly excited for it. Wow, that guy's face is very appropriate. I love this music, by the way. Okay, so I'm gonna run up here real quick just to kill some more people, because eventually we're coming back through here.
Down with tyranny!
There's a lock-on in this game, but it's not really convenient. I know there's a place of power somewhere on the left side of this courtyard there. I don't remember what it does for you actually, but After playing this game once, I know you need to use every advantage you could possibly get to do well. I don't know what that means. Does it just improve all my signs because they all kind of triangles, or does it just improve Axie or Quen or both of them? I don't know. Also, for people who want to know the HUD, you can see the like half a yellow bar under my health. That's my sign power, which regens normally, but not whilst you are under Quen. Oh shit! Well, I don't know why that failed immediately, but.
Stand your ground!
So you just get 2 casts pretty much. Wow, that guy's being an idiot.
Well, at least the combat animations are more conventional, not like bullshit in Witcher 1.
Well, Witcher 3 goes kind of back to all the pirouettes and bullshit like that. It's... I feel like Witcher 3 is just one tiny step back to Witcher 1 in terms of combat style. But it gains more like dodging stuff. You don't roll like an elephant like in this one. Okay, I guess my Gwen ran out. Keep calling it Gwen for some reason. Quen. Shit, you see how that fucking thing reaches me anyway? So without Quen... Fuck! I guess I got it selected first. Without Quen, you don't really like stand a chance most of the time. So give me a sec whilst it's regens. There we go. And I actually wonder if I can... No, I guess I can't really mind control that guy for some reason. Because that guy, the other guy, the armor dude is real... shit. Real dangerous. As is the shield dude. I would dearly love to have them fight each other, but I don't think that's
You
possible.
sure get stuck on shit a lot.
Actually, that never happened to me in my previous attempt. Okay, I'm just gonna... I guess I'm gonna make use of the fact that they don't have a... like, fuck! A super long attention span.
This is just like fucking Dark Souls.
It's harder than Dark Souls.
That guy like walked away for a few meters. I guess he's not a danger anymore.
Also, I don't... Well, there we go. So that's how difficult combat can be. To be fair, I was kind of being an idiot, but you're not quite as like maneuverable in this game, in my experience.
So why are you playing on hard?
Because it promises unique items. Probably shit, but I also kind of want the game to demand like everything that I got from me. Which means I should have been, honestly, using much more shit, because I think I got like bombs and shit on me right now.
Kill the Witcher!
Unlock. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be locking on anyone. Let me check my inventory. I think I actually start with some things. There's a bunch of upgrades. I don't know why I have the... Oh, that's probably the DLC thing. Damn it. It's one of those things that just gives you a package of random crap in the beginning. Oh well. So there's potions. In this game you can't drink potions in the middle of combat. You need to like sit down and meditate. So I guess you got to drink before fights. And I'll see how far I can get without them. So there's traps. There's bombs. They are all pretty useful. But potions you can't put in there. With potions what you do is meditation, but I can't meditate here, so... Oh well.
Kill the Witcher!
Oops. Maybe I shouldn't even be using slow, strong attacks.
Blasphemers!
Oh, there we go, there's the pirouetting. Oh shit. Nearly dead again. I should be quick saving more as well. So yeah, that's quite more complicated, quite a lot more complicated than just timing your button presses from Witcher 1. But yeah, I died a lot, particularly on a certain fight at the very end where there's like thousands of people. But I kind of want to get better at it because it seems fair overall. I'm just gonna keep quick saving. I wonder if Irna is gonna work on anyone. Right. Oh yeah, check it out, it does actually trap him. But I'm not really in the best position to take advantage of that. God, what? Sadly, I don't understand why that stopped working. Yeah. Okay, I guess he just died like that. Alright, finally. Hopefully it'll last a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm getting pounded by arrows again. So maybe I should go take care of that.
Kill the Witcher!
Okay, I don't really have the space to do any of that crap.
Blasphemous!
You know what? Now he's in the very behind. Okay, I was protected by Quen, so it worked out. Wow, this is really slow mo. I don't know how to best kill shield guys, I haven't figured it out yet. Okay, first of course I'm gonna cast Quen, because you can't really get without Quen. Maybe I should art him? Yeah, that seems right. But now that I'm in Quen, I'm not gonna get mana back. It's actually possible to just get behind them like that, if you don't suck. Which I kinda do. I prefer to just keep Quen on, to be honest. Because I'm afraid. Kinda unfortunate they de-aggro, because that's a bit cheesy, but oh well. Okay. I wanna loot where the big armor knight was. Hopefully his thing didn't disappear. I think it might have, but I think he has like a armor upgrade or something on him. Or something better than an iron ring, at least. This motherfucker. Ah, this fight is generally alright, Hazmati. There is stuff later in this introduction chapter that is tougher because of tight quarters and tougher enemies. This is a good introduction where you just kinda realize how to deal with people. I really like that signs are really helpful. All of them in different ways. Man, the one thing I hate though is that I feel like that guy's will disappear, the big guy, knight guy. Also...
Guess they'll never learn.
LOL.
Yep. Okay, let's quick save. Now let's cock this ballista. I'm cooking as hard as I can. Good thing I don't have face cam because I made a very, let's say, intense face there.
I don't want to see your face while you're cooking.
My cooking face, you know? Alright, fair enough.
Kill
Yeah!
Witcher!
What the fuck are you doing this close to me? Yeah. I kinda wish there was not infighting, but friendly fire. To be honest. Actually, there might be. How did that guy die? Oh well. Now, I was under the impression that you can, like, finish shice people if you attack them strongly from behind, but maybe... Maybe not. Loot, please? Huh? Alright, let's cook some more. Haven't cooked enough. Oh, we're aiming, sorry. It's pretty much the same action as cooking, though. I'm aiming really hard.
Well, you gotta aim before you cock.
No, you cock, then you aim.
Get in trouble.
Then you release.
No, you gotta aim in advance.
Well, everyone has their techniques. Now, as long as you're having fun, might as well. Fuck! Put a trap. And I set myself behind, of course.
Kill the Witcher!
So that's kind of thing you don't really do whilst people are running towards you. Yeah. But I really do love the fact that you don't have, or at least I think you don't have iframes in this, because that's what I always wanted Dark Souls to be. Okay, now what I'll do, this has proven to be very useful against people who are armored. Dude! Fuck. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be like that. Shit. And loot's gonna go away. Alright, let's re-gear then. Sure, you do that. So the lilies are like the crest of Temeria. So that's why he wants to fuck the lilies. Okay. We use the trap. Is the use trap more or less gay than a regular trap? I don't know. Let's launch the bolt. Oh yeah. Now that's what I call penetration.
The gods are with us.
Now that penetration is complete, let's actually see if we can reabsorb the power place. Power point. Oh, my wolf talisman needs to recharge a little bit.
PowerPoint.
Yes.
Are you gonna make a presentation, Antroid?
The point of power. What? Fucking wolf thing. Or did the PowerPoint just reappear here just when I... Ah. Well, I guess my medallion's full of shit today. Oh well. So yeah, combat's fun. Combat's real fun. It's weighty. Weighty. Not waiting, but like... It has a weight to it. I don't know how to... What's the difference in pronunciation? Get off me. Weighty. Wait. If this was Russian, we'd just say Veity. Be done with it. Now though, can I loot these people? I guess they didn't... The rucksacks didn't survive. What the fuck? Why did I just Batman my way over the whole area? There we go, full test. Kill that shield asshole. Double team. There's some proper gangbanging there. There's also a little shit going on. Hey, I'm not going there without the Quen. Wow. Immediately Quen runs out because I've just been pummeled. Okay, I guess that was kind of a finisher. stop doing that. Everyone is already dead. Give me 2 coins. 4 coins. Shit. I'm gonna be rich by the end of this. And cloth.
Hey?
Right. Man, is it just me or does it look, from a certain angle, does it look like Geralt just kind of falling instead of rolling? Man, that happened automatically. I was not clicking during the second guy. I should also have been parrying probably, but actually...
Smash the door! Axemen! Give me splinters!
Actually, that's still... Like, you lose some health, but not as much. Okay, now that is a fight, because that giant dude is dangerous as hell. But we got a bunch of people, so like, who cares? And of course I'm not targeting the proper guy. I don't know how to properly select who I'm targeting. Probably Alt would help to do it as soon as the... Yikes! As soon as the thing lands on the guy who I want. Bullshit, you're supposed to be England. Oh boy. Go away. Maybe it's this guy who has a lot of cool shit in his inventory.
Can Foltest die?
I don't think so.
Well, let him handle the big guy then.
But the XP. They want the king to level up, I don't. Shit. This is a bit pitiful. There we go. Please let me loot him. There we go. Encrust the silver ring, armor enhancement. So, armor enhancements are interesting in this game. And also there's like some stuff close to it with your skills, which we haven't seen yet. Basically, I don't think you can take out armor enhancements. So, the weak ones really don't make sense to put in anything good. But this armor is something we're gonna throw away real soon, so I mean, why not? With skills you got like mutagens and you can mutate your skills, and so weak mutagens are never a good idea to use at all on anything. That's kind of fucked up. And crusted silver ring. Chunk. How did it go in Might Magic 7? Trash or whatever when identifying. Same thing again.
Desist! Or be put down like the rabid dogs you are!
Arian LaValette, this will be no easy task. Surrender, Arian! You'll be treated with honor!
Go plow yourself, King!
Bury them in arrows! Come on, men! For Temeria!
They're well shielded.
You got a better idea?
I'll try to get inside. It shouldn't be hard if the archers provide cover.
That's the son of Louisa and the old Baron, heir to these lands. He's hot-tempered but good with a sword. Be careful.
I'll try to reason with him.
Hell of the Witcher!
Boss fight?
Kind of. But first... Oh. I'm being attacked. Can I be not attacked for a second? There we go. So here is how you mix potions, here is how you drink potions, here is how you wait, and here is how you upgrade. first you gotta upgrade 6 points, or I don't know if you gotta put 6 points or if you just gotta reach level 7. But this is your static branch with important shit. Vigor regeneration while out of combat. Vitality unlocks the ability to parry blows from all directions. Vigor regeneration during combat, which is useful. Unlocks the ability to redirect arrows. That I don't know how much. I guess that could be really useful if you can be asked to keep doing it. Unlocks the ability to throw daggers. I think I'm gonna go like this first. I don't know if I care about throwing daggers. It's not as fast as it could have been. And vitality plus 10. I mean, at some point later in the game when I have a talent to throw away, I could take that. But I really want proper parrying, and this sounds useful potentially, so I don't have to use Quen every time. Also, this is pretty useful, but of course we got to start with regeneration out of combat. And so, like, the other branches are swordsmanship, alchemy, and magic. And I pretty much exclusively use swordsmanship in my first playthrough, I'm pretty sure. Maybe some magic, but I didn't use alchemy, and it's like in every Witcher game, alchemy is like the strongest thing if you can be arsed to do it, but I never care about it, and so I always suck at them. But yeah, we can't actually look at what the skills are in it yet. I wonder if it actually would let me wait until like nighttime, but okay. Still gonna wanna use Quen a little bit. I know how much cover I'm being provided with, but deal with this shit. His arms just fall off. Okay, part of me wants to like get rid of my Quen so my thing regenerates, but the surefire way to get rid of it is being under fire. I like how you can roll slightly like in curved trajectories. Okay, cover me while I reload.
Don't fall back.
But unfortunately, I don't think you can like attack out of a roll, which would be useful. Fuck off with your thing. At least I took that vigor or whatever regeneration out of combat, so that's gonna be useful between like fights. Those people are really not interested in shooting me from the top, are they? I guess they're being suppressive fired, whatever. Also, totally giant landscape. Yikes! Where the fuck do you guys keep coming
that's
from?
what you get for admiring the landscape during the battle.
I guess. There's probably some quip about a hand or an arm that would have been humorous there, but I couldn't think of one. Oh hey, look at how quick my health regens now. Also, if this was Metal Gear Solid 2 plus, I would have been able to slip on the bird shit and fall off and die. So I
Really?
Well, I mean in Metal Gear Solid 2 you can sleep on bird poop. I'm not sure you can actually fall off anything. I think you actually can. I think that's something that can happen. But there is definitely bird poop you can sleep on. So yeah, on my first playthrough of this game ever, I fucked this up somehow.
The famed Geralt of Rivia. You've fallen low, Witcher. Word has it you're one of the best swordsmen in the north. Time to test that rumor.
I like this guy. He's like the classic hot-tempered youth. Mustache barely picking through on like... What's the proper poetic phrase about like his upper lip being something something. But clearly respects his mother and kind of hates Foltest for just having a roll in the hay with her. So this is just... Okay, let's fight.
Enough slaughter.
Let's
surrender and Foltest will treat you and your men with honor.
And what guarantee is there that he'll not cut us down to the last?
None.
Foltest defiled my mother. Now he colludes with Nilfgaard.
The king leads an army. You have but a few brave men and your honor. In a minute you may lose even those. Choose.
Hear that, men? The king sends a witcher and we are to surrender, forgetting the very nature of honor and pride. We must choose. Shame or a witcher's sword. Is that how you would live? Will you bow your heads before Foltest?
Never!
You heard them, Witcher.
So, I think I picked this in my first playthrough, and I thought it would be like a not duel to the death, but like a some sort of just fight. And I thought this would enrage him and his knights, but actually this is what you're supposed to say if you want a peaceful resolution.
Don't be a fool. This is no game. Your men don't need to die. Surrender, and the king will show mercy.
My mother has seen enough of this king's mercy.
What'll you do? Throw yourself on my sword? Run?
He made mother a harlot, then denied her before all the realm.
True enough. But no massacre, no misguided heroism will change that. Drop your weapons.
Should anything happen to my mother, I shall find you and kill you.
Yeah, I would probably fuck this up as well.
Right, someone just kind of teleported by there. Honestly though, I've seen a lot of people's first playthroughs, well maybe not a lot, but enough, and they all didn't fuck it up, so that's kind of
LaValette laid
weird.
Down his sword. Well, well.
Have you spoken to him?
Briefly. Just before they took him off to the torture chamber. The hard luck of a traitor. Continue.
Well, also there is this new, I don't know if you can actually skip this, if you just pick this one, but of course I'm gonna do them all.
While I remember, what happened to the dragon?
It destroyed half the castle. Killed hordes of soldiers and flew off.
Where?
In the general direction of Edern.
To think it almost killed us all.
I wonder if Edern is the southern one of the two east ones, because that's the like the adjacent one to Temeria, as I understand. And like dragon would fly to
surrendered the castle. Open up!
And the Baron lives!
Yes, he lives! I'm not spiteful. Open this gate, kneel before your king, and I shall show you mercy.
Looks like we're stuck.
Indeed, and my magic's no good here. The main force down in those boats is going to beat us to town.
Want to head back to the tent? The camp will be nice and empty now. I've had enough for today.
Tempting. Look, the King's special forces.
So what I wanted to say there was that Roche probably wouldn't name a place like to denote a direction that wasn't close to
We want to see him!
You doubt my words,
where
dog.
he was.
Open the gate now!
That guy has basically no texture on his face. That's the power of LOD. There was one guy like that operating the ballista earlier as well. I didn't point him out because there was dialogue. Oh, there goes the music, I guess.
Sire.
Vernon Roach. Tell me, Roach.
There's fighting in the town. A section of our forces crossed the river in fishing boats and swarmed the streets, burning, raping, pillaging. The LaValettes are making a stand near the temple.
What of the Baroness?
Alive and safely tucked away.
Unsoiled, I hope.
As you ordered, sire. She's fine. And beautiful as ever. The children were not with her.
But you know where they are?
In the monastery. But we've yet to penetrate that area.
Cross, quickly!
Protect the king!
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
So this part's a bit weird, because I don't 100% understand how it works.
Give my leg for a heavy crossbow right now.
It's a dragon!
Well, you're hiding inside a wooden thing from a flame-breathing dragon.
The best part is that there's lots of burning shit falling, and you don't get damage from that, but if you run out here too early, you do get hurt and set on fire.
You don't. You run.
Oh wow, that arrow flew very slow and right into his dick.
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
Okay, how about I... Oh, Igni is probably not gonna do much.
This one doesn't seem to know that.
Do you want me to go over and tell him?
Or the king can just throw fireballs at him. That looked like king just threw a fireball. What's going on? I think there's more people out there.
Blasphemous!
Well, I just finished my bomb grenade, so I got to go wash my hands. Be right back.
Alright. Oh, it's Triss throwing shit from her stuff. That's cool.
Back up! I'll open the gate! Quickly!
Alright, I could be looting right now. Oh. Hey there, Hellkite. They're gonna fuck me up if I'm standing here. Check out the scrolling texture across the cinders. Waiting for Hippocat. Why are there cinders in... Yeah! In the stone. It's kind of weird. I'm invincible. Wonder if I should just be using these because they are not really honestly gotten. You know what? Let's... Honestly. Can I just put a bunch of...
Did anything interesting happen?
Well, Triss blew up this and there, and I was looking around here. And also applied the whetstone to my sword, so it should deal 20% more damage. Anyway. Also, it was Triss apparently was shooting fireballs from her giant stick.
I can't hold this for long. Call the arbalists!
Oh shit, that upgrade's actually temporary. Oh well, I better move on.
Triss!
Just notice the timer there on top.
The bridge is burning! Quickly, this way!
Yeah, just walk across calmly.
Plowing dragon nearly reversed the course of the battle.
The fighting should have scared it off.
Forget the dragon. I need to hear how this story ends.
You were at my side almost all the time after the bridge collapsed.
Almost. Tell me how you got into the monastery courtyard.
You were at my side.
So wait, was that just like some random dragon? Or was he like helping the defending guys somehow?
We might know later, we might not. I don't actually remember 100%, but there might be a chance we learn more about this. That guy has no face still. He has not grown a face yet.
And they said we couldn't get near the walls. Half a day and the town is taken.
Report! Fighting for the castle continues, and a group of rebels have barricaded themselves inside the monastery.
What of my children?
Likely in the church as well, sire. Fen took a priest to task, finally mumbled something about a passage neath the walls.
It would take a week to get a battering ram in here.
Axes, sire?
That will also take time. But what other course do we have? This priest. What of him? What of this passage?
I fainted before I could really get going on him. He's under guard below.
You've some work to do, Commander.
Yes, sire. Silas, you look to this door. Fen, come with me.
Witcher.
Your Grace.
I've a mission for you, one suited to your abilities. Vernon can be persuasive, but he's also hot-tempered, at times losing both his self-control and his subject. You must try to find this other passage on your own. Succeed, and you'll be the envy of all Vizima.
Ah, let's say all these things.
Soldiers loyal to the LaValettes would never harm the Baroness's children.
I shall be reassured as to that when I see them, not before. We must act quickly. The rebels are dispersed, in disarray. As dim-witted as they are, I fear they could conclude the children would make good hostages.
I like how that guy keeps just materializing out of thin air on the left there every time the camera switches to this angle.
Maybe Roach will get something out of this priest. It's a relatively large town. I could use a hint.
Observe.
I'm counting on him. But time is of the essence. Please explore the area. We seek a tunnel or something similar. Beware of traps. They may have planted some. You're best suited to this. My men lack your skills.
Whoop.
All right, I'll go.
I'm relying on you, Witcher.
Where are those axes?
Dude.
Move your asses!
Something wrong with you. You should see a doctor about that.
Eh?
At your service.
Throat's parched from all this running about. We need booze for the evening.
I expect results, Witcher.
Okay, results you shall have. Let's descend down in the town. See what's going on. Chicken. Can't walk to the chicken.
Oh, the entire town hates you. Good job, Antroid.
Ah, not even lootable. Oh well. I attacked it before it could attack me. I'm sure they'll understand.
Well, yeah, you are a monster slayer.
Soldier, sir.
Shut it.
We're innocent.
Shit, I could talk to it. Well, next one.
So many men will die, all because of one bitch.
Shouldn't loiter around here, Witcher. Restricted military area.
Yeah! How do I actually put my sword away? Oh, right. One.
And now,
Brother
against
against
you'll
brother.
answer for treason.
What treason, my
Oi.
lord?
We're simple folk
Common
and know
muggers.
nothing of politics.
LaValette lost, so we whimper like dogs.
What will you do with us?
The king will decide. Now, up against the
Okay, I want to
whites
find another
against
chicken and
blacks.
talk to it. Surely there is one more in this town.
God help us!
What have you done to her?
Shut it.
Help! Time to pay your war.
These people are unarmed.
This is not your concern. Get lost.
So, I'm not 100% what these symbols mean. Probably like intimidation, persuasion, but this pretty much always works in my experience, especially in Witcher 3. You just use your little mind-bending sign. I don't know if these are based on any of your skills, maybe in the tree, but what tree would it be even? Maybe in the magic and the sorcery part there's like upgrades to this, but like these are common social skills. I don't know. Maybe it just depends on the situation and it's preset if it fails or doesn't.
Get out of here, now.
Right. Sir.
Let's go.
Also, I did
Thank
say
you, sir. Thank you.
new ability. Oh shit! Did I die after I got the assassin ability from that Easter egg and then not get it again? Because I wonder what that actually does. I'm not sure. So this is a common thing in Witcher games from this point onward. Pretty much, nearly all the time you help some peasantry, you can demand money from them or just kind of let it all go. And I don't think I've ever demanded money from them. I just can't bring myself to do it.
Be careful. You may not be so lucky next time. Find a place to hide.
I must find my wife first. They herded her away with others like cattle.
Good luck.
So let me actually quickly check out if I have any abilities, an item. We'll have to figure that out again later. Traps, locking on targets, enhancing armor, blah blah blah. There's a bunch of potions we could brew. I guess these things are still kind of like Witcher 1. I don't remember how it works at all in Witcher 3 though. So yeah, there's text about characters, we'll read that later. And locations and stuff. I think it stays throughout the entire game. It doesn't just like disappear once the chapter is done. Okay, maybe it's in this whole part. I mean, this is the inventory, but and the characters menu is through meditation. But I don't see the abilities in here. Attributes, enter. Damage, vitality, vigor, bonuses, resistance. A bunch of bonuses and stuff. So, okay, what's this? Knowledge. There we go. Alright, Assassin's here. Allows use of access sign during conversations. Pyromaniac. Yeah, that's probably the Igni sign. Signs damage, that's nice. Assassin. Damage dealt by attack from. Alright, so this is the thing, and I guess it levels up as you use it, maybe? Okay, I'm pleased I found it at least. Can I meditate until night? No, I cannot.
Fire will cleanse your tainted souls.
There is some shit being done here, which I don't approve of. Oh, there's a chicken first. Give me a sec. Chicken. This one doesn't want to talk to me. Maybe it's because I killed a bunch of its friends.
Can you mind control the chicken?
I mean, I can't target this one. I could target the previous ones. Oh, now I can target it. Maybe I can trap it with Irden as well. Oh no, the chicken resists my mind control. Shit.
Good thing chickens have more spiritual fortitude than soldiers.
Yep.
Hurry up! We haven't got all day!
Maybe I just can't talk to anyone right now for some reason. What?
Faster with those logs!
Oh, this is the commander. Never mind.
Here.
I'm out of here.
Leave them alone. They're innocent.
Innocent? They're with the LaValettes. Weeds that need to be ripped out with their roots so they won't grow back again. Treason spreads like the plague. No one will leave here alive. And you, stay out of this.
So this guy you can't see for whatever reason.
Stand by while you murder innocents.
So, what'll you do?
Kill you.
Nice.
I was not after your blood. I have witnesses.
Immediately. Fucking yes, fuck. And I roll into the fire. That always happens to me. Damn it. So which one's useful? Irden's useful. Come at me, bro. What? He's smart. Why is he smart? Maybe it's because I'm
you
slightly...
probably cannot make the commander if you're stupid.
Right. What? He is... Shit. I thought he would be paralyzed for longer. Huh. Interesting. I guess Irden isn't quite as good. Maybe you need to upgrade it more. Luckily, this game auto-saves literally every second thing. Every second time something important happens.
You've no...
Yeah.
Kill you.
Okay, let's not roll into the fire this time. I don't know if you can push him in the fire or something, but this one is a good starter. Oh, there goes my Quen. Oh no, not entirely. Wonder if Igni would do something. I think Incinerated might be a status effect, and it means you take more damage whilst you are incinerated, or something like that. Well, you do your fucking pirouettes, dude. You're not a Witcher, though. Ah, let's art him. Did I just double Quen? I think I just double Quen. Oh well. And he somehow... I guess maybe my Quen doesn't work. Shit, what the fuck is going on? Why does my Quen not unquen him? Well, I'm gonna die again. Get in the fire. He doesn't give a shit about the fire. He's fire resistant. So I guess this is kind of valid as a tactic. Shit, I guess if you're even slightly greedy and want to attack twice, get fucked. He did parry though. Maybe I should be parrying more. I know it hurts me when I parry. I hope I just pressed yes. I pressed enter. I hope it meant yes. But yeah, alright. Yeah, I can block, but it hurts me still. So I don't like doing it. I guess with Quen maybe it's not that bad.
You've no business.
I also should try saving once the battle starts.
I was.
Oh, you cannot save at this time. Fucking roll. Yeah, it does say like, hey, parrying. Didn't really hurt me that much. I guess with Quen, yeah, this is kind of what you're expected to be doing here. Yeah. Well, okay. More parrying as well.
Let the people out and walk away.
Not just signs.
Unblock the door!
I'll report this. Yeah, you do that. Burn anything or touch a single woman, you sons of bitches, and the king will hear of it.
So on torches and several fires in the game, you can use them to ignite or... What's the other word? Unignite.
Extinguish.
Yes. Using your signs basically. Ard and... is it Ard? Yes, Ard and Igni. Oh hey, this is not the house where I was being barricaded. Yeah, I mean, Hazmat Geralt was never a bad guy. He's just sometimes neutral, at worst. Okay, that is clearly the house that I needed. You can make him an asshole, of course.
Leave us be!
You're free.
Thank you, my lord.
I need to be paid.
Find a place to hide until this madness ends.
But where?
Yeah.
They burned down our home!
What's that
Made off with everything
maybe
else.
like experience reward.
Why?
Quiet down, please, before they hear us and come back.
Man, now I'm very sad I didn't talk to that one chicken that wanted to talk to me before. God damn it. Never works when I need it. Okay, also, so switching between like locked on targets is pretty inconsistent in this game. So it's not really an easy thing to do when you're like trying to select which guy to target with your signs and shit. Cool. Well. Soldier's orders. Pick herbs, alright, very important. More orders, there's a lot of orders. I don't remember if they're saying anything useful, so let's just try see. Oh. First of all, back immediately defend the routes leading to the temple. These positions might help. Okay. Death to the tyrant.
Block the passage, quick!
Oh no! If only it was not made out of highly flammable materials. Actually, it's not.
If only you couldn't like crawl under it.
Yeah, this is Geralt just is incapable of dealing with this mildly badly textured wagon here. God, they found my only weakness. Yeah, everything's locked pretty much. This is where we ran through with a drag. Is it? I think it's like the first encounter place. I guess we kinda skipped how we ran out through the town. Didn't tell Roach that part. Whoops. Well.
They've taken all from us, save our lives.
This fire is still somehow emitting light. Oh, herbs! Potions are gonna be used.
Would you release us, soldier, sir?
Shut it.
Further up.
We're innocent.
The king will decide your fate.
Art also works on this. Other signs probably don't, but those two do. God, fuck. I don't know why it keeps failing though. Sometimes I does seem to depend on anything but like RNG. Man, I wish the corpses didn't just vanish immediately. I think I might have been able to loot something from one of those rooms that I was actually able to enter. But here's our destination. And oh, yeah, those upgrades are temporary, I forgot. Doom, what's... I don't remember anything that had to do with Doom that just happened. Also, I'm taking out my silver sword because I know what's gonna happen. I think. Do I? I think I know, alright. Oops. Mind control didn't work on the gate. This is not Metro, gates are not alive. Ah, yeah, that's true.
Take that.
Pretty sure since those guys aren't armored, the quick strikes are probably better on them. Drowner brain, essence of water. What the fuck is the essence of water? Long sword. Is it the same? Looks to be the same. Yeah, I know there's like a slightly better sword somewhere in here. Well. Circle of Love. I don't know the tune. Circle of Love. Well, doesn't matter, those things are hanging out pretty much everywhere in the world, I think. Aha, this looks a bit suspicious. I know because this corresponds to, responds to this thing, so I've not known it from before. For some reason it crumbles outwards, but whatever, sure. Temerian sword, there's the sword. Still though, but... not as much bleeding, damage reduction better, damage better. Why did I put my sword away right now? That's not the sign that I want. So yeah, one of these guys is pretty much never trouble, I'm pretty sure. I thought there was more skeletons with money in here, but maybe it's a bit later. So that guy had only cloth on. Oh, there's another damage. Why, hello there. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Alright. Give me your loot. Down the brain. Most likely for potions. I don't remember a lot of that stuff in the game past the intro, because I haven't played ahead past the intro. I guess that does work.
Come on!
Minimap doesn't seem to show locked doors or stuff like that, so not the best thing in the world, but honestly, yeah. Oh, I think it's the torches, maybe. There's a bunch of torches in here you can light up for no good reason. In Witcher 3 you can disable a lot of the HUD. I don't know about this game. I think the graphics options are just like brightness and gamma. Gameplay. I'll keep all of this for now. But in Witcher 3 I wanna try playing it with pretty much like nothing apart from the little panels that show what you have on your quick slots, like food and potions and stuff. Because I won't be remembering that. But no minimap. Maybe health indicator I'll keep. And like all the like bars that you need to tell. Basically no minimap, that's the most important bit. For some reason I felt like there was a place of power down here. Maybe I was just mistaking it for that one earlier. I think I'm going backwards. Am I going? Yeah. Oops. Around this whole barricade, blockade, whatever. So one of these is just randomly open. There's a corpse. Corpse? Look, no? What? Okay, so when you go through doors, he does a little like slow animation. That's a bit annoying. Oh, there was something there. No? Maybe that was like quick saving, auto saving. Alright, alright. Yeah, that's the auto saving icon. Never mind. Well, I mean, Hazmati, would they really have a choice? They make the sewers and they don't go there. Maybe they came out because of the combat. Like, they always come out when there's corpses to eat. When, as I understand. The third game makes it really apparent. So you pretty much just... You know all the crap you got in barrels and crates in Skyrim or Morrowind? In this game you take all of that and then sell it.
Scoia'tael.
Like how the shadows disappear when the camera comes closer. What's the logic in there? Oh well. So this here is one of the two actually challenging fights in this area. And I'll try it without any like potions or other preparations first. I might be able to pull it off. I should take out my actual people sword. And the Gwen. Prepare Axie just in case it actually works this time. The reason it's hard because it's very close quarters and there's a big guy whom I didn't mean to attack, but sure. But if you know it ahead of time, maybe it's actually manageable. Especially if you make use of your assassin ability. Well, that was much easier. It took me like 8 attempts last time. I'm not even ashamed to admit. I probably should be though. Rip the cloth out of those knights. Sure. Ah yeah, I could level up right here. Necrophages, they're called necrophages, Asmati. I actually am not sure if they're supposed to be like dead people at all. Drowners, we probably can read about that in our bestiary later. I'll do it after, like, we beat the intro and get into the main first chapter of the game. I'm gonna read the stuff that is gonna stop updating largely. Okay, parry blows from all directions. So, vigor regeneration while in combat plus 25 sounds really useful. But I want parries as soon as possible. Unless you build a parry blows, damage reduction while parrying with full vigor, 100%. And somewhere in here, maybe it's actually in the swordsman tree, there's a riposte thing which I want to get. But this seems pretty useful. Okay, next, also the damage reduction of parrying full vigor also seems like incredibly useful. I want that. After that I might just take this one. And we'll see later. It doesn't really make much sense to plan this ahead. Well, we'll find out, Hazmati. Maybe Dandelion knows. Or there might be books about it in Witcher 3 or something. Maybe there is an answer to that question. It doesn't clip through the stairs. Amethyst dust. There's a lot of gem dust everywhere in these games also. What's up with that, I wonder? And how do you even collect it? Wine, iron ore. I think that's...
You snort it.
Yeah, of course. And I think you like make stuff gradually. At least in 3, I remember making like ingredients from other ingredients and then more ingredients and then more, and then it all becomes a piece of armor or something. Thankfully it's mostly all automatic.
That armor from amethyst dust.
Yep, well I mean you make amethysts from dust, clearly. And then armor from the amethysts. Should I bother with Gwen even? Maybe eventually we'll understand how it works. Oh, I was prevented anyway. Well, now I'm definitely doing Gwen as soon as I can. Also outmaneuvering. Yep! Actually, I kind of feel like doing another attempt. There we go, distract that guy whilst I'm dealing with this asshole.
We can repel them.
Yes, repel him. More orders and 1 coin. Right, anything important? Surely there's gonna be like a place of power in the cemetery. At least some herbs. Herbs! Mushroom. The colors are really weirdly saturated in here. Oh well.
Well, I mean, graveyards are such happy places.
Yeah, this is... reminds me of the intro to like the NES Ghosts and Goblins where, as AVGN said, just finished having sex with her girlfriend in the graveyard.
Well, that's not weird, actually.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Well, there are people who do that, apparently.
Well, I mean, there are people who do pretty much everything, though. It's not really an argument for something being not weird.
I guess.
Okay, I had Igni on. The Bruiser Brothers. They look exactly like shit. Okay, that guy... Huh. They keep dying, not even being close to the people who are swinging other swords around the place. Maybe there is the bleeding thing. Maybe they do lose like health slowly after I slash them a bunch. Acquired. Okay, so this is the second tough fight, and it might not be as tough as I remembered from a week ago, but let's see how it works out. Of course, I'm gonna attempt to start with Axie. It's tough because of that asshole, of course. Okay, I'm gonna target him like that and see if I cannot just... Screw the fact that I'm taking damage, I don't care.
For Temeria, man! To die for Temeria is to die a good death!
Okay, just do some damage, please. Wow, he doesn't do jack shit. Maybe I can control... No, this is just gonna get me killed. Fuck it.
Death to the tyrant! Death to Voltes! They're no knights! They're traitors!
Yeah, that was useless. Shamming that guy.
Down with Voltes!
Take no prisoners, kill them all! Shit, okay, that was kind of scary.
Onward! Attack!
And now this is the part where I don't actually know how to deal with them. Maybe I should be using more traps and bombs which have disappeared from my... And maybe I should try Erdening one of them, but considering how it went last time when I Erden some fucking... Oh, right. I'm trying to drag the whole bomb category onto my quick slot. Sure, that'll work. Is that guy nearly dead, or was that not his life bar?
For Temeria, man! To die for Temeria is to die a good death! Blasphemous!
I guess he wasn't... Yeah, for some reason it just showed me a really almost empty health bar there for a sec. Okay, how about Erden? I'll take either of you, honestly.
Onward!
Well, that was a really bad time to throw some shit. Yeah, okay. Maybe not do that. I don't know if I die to the explosion or to just him touching me with his sword a little bit. Okay. Kinda honestly reminds me of that Dark Nuts fight in the... Eee, why am I running towards him? Wow, that was really stupid. At the end of that 100 floor dungeon in Twilight Princess where I was trying to deal with two giant armored dudes without taking any hits. Okay, this is like Copper Demon almost, right after the door you got to run in the correct direction. So that guy is to the right, of course you take the left door if you know what's good for you.
For Temeria! Die for Temeria is to die a good death!
Yeah. Why is there more people? Wow, okay. Mobility. Also, that guy's shield is like a weird person holding heads in his hands. Real weird shield, okay. How about we don't fuck it up? Now, I did fuck it up repeatedly last time, but not quite as quickly as this, so I don't know what's going on. How about I choose... No, Gwen. Right away, so I'm getting damaged. Save after all that.
They're no knights! They're traitors! Take no prisoners!
No, okay. Let's not keep doing that while the giant guy with the giant sword is approaching. You could also use like number keys to select the signs, but I... Oh, not even select, but like cast them immediately. I guess it works. I gotta remember the order they're in though.
Death to the sister fucker!
Sister. So what? She's his sister! That's it. Oh no, that might have been how Ada came to be. I don't think the Baroness is actually his sister. Okay, I'm gonna lure that guy into doing an attack. What? I guess 4 doesn't do anything. Alright, I calculated correctly.
To the tyrant! Press those vermin!
What the fuck did that guy just start doing there for a sec?
Blasphemous! They're no knights. They're traitors. Take
Okay.
no prisoners. Blasphemous!
Shit. Hmm.
Onward! Attack!
Okay, so yeah, let's not keep attacking people who have shields. Jesus Christ! Get away from me!
For to marry a man! To die, but to marry is to die a good death!
Shit. Well, this I have a coin on.
Blasphemous!
I don't think traps are gonna work. They're running at me quite quickly. Fuck off!
They're no knights. They're
Fuck off!
Blasphemous! Take no prisoners.
You know what, Antroid?
What?
You're probably ruining the game for the both of us, playing on hard difficulty.
I should just get better at it.
But to marry is to die a good death.
It's not really that hard, but you gotta be careful. Also, I can quick load before the whole game over screen appears. We'll see. If it starts getting like super unbearable, I'm gonna lower it. But I really wanna learn how to be better at this game because it's possible, and I'm pretty sure I've seen people be good at it. Just don't do shit like that, I guess.
Onwards! Attack! Blasphemous! Crush those vermin!
Okay, now would be a real good time to throw some shit, but it keeps disappearing from my stuff. Okay, how about I set the trap instead?
They're no knights. Take
This is
no
a bit-
prisoners.
All a bit what's the word? Claw something.
Blasphemous!
Oh, this is a bad spot. This is a really bad spot though. Ugh. Okay. Get away! Shit. Well, at least they took damage. So that's nice. Oh, that guy took a bunch of damage. Go away! Jesus Christ. Oh right, my thing doesn't regen. Go! Go! There we fucking go! Use your tools. That's Witcher style anyway.
It only took you forever.
Well, I was not actually that long compared to some other fights. Well, we live and learn. It's not like our arsenal is not infinite. Eventually, what's in here? Collect trap. Alright, I can collect my traps and stuff. Eventually I'll master all the tools and stuff will start going smoothly. I mean, there's fucking collect the trap. There's oils I could use and stuff like that. Honestly, I had a bunch of tools that I didn't use there. It just never seems... This game is pretty much your tutorial at using cool stuff you have in your inventory, not saving it until boss fights and stuff. Anyway, got a key from that guy. Open this with it. Load the chest. Probably better than we had. Yeah, that's not throwing knives, that's tools. Hammer. +1/+1. Actually, it's kinda shit. Resistance to bleeding, but extends duration of oil, seduction of damage from magic. I don't know if I'm gonna be attacked by magic, but still. Poking this thing, wheel. There we go. Let fall test in. Also, that was pretty much the boss fight of this area. I don't think there's more fights in this chapter. So it was appropriate, at least.
You have just become the most titled witcher in the world. And the wealthiest.
I'll remind you of that when this is all over, sire.
See, Vernon? Geralt succeeded.
Lucky he did. The priest was downright discourteous and went off to meet his gods.
I saw Scoia'tael on the river.
Where? How many? What colors did they wear?
Plough the elves. We'll tend to them later. The monastery awaits.
But yeah, you can lower the difficulty at any point in this game as far as I'm aware, so if something really starts taking me like half an hour, we'll do that.
Scoia'tael. This puzzle is beginning to come together, Geralt. You're either telling the truth or weaving a very convincing lie. I want to hear the rest. Foltest bastards. The Solar. What happened?
We might have arrived at the same time if not for tales.
Be specific, Witcher.
Well, the archpriest told the truth.
His Majesty King Foltest of Temeria.
Arthur Tales, erstwhile Count of Nesvelt. I signed your sentence.
Yes, yet the Baroness saw fit to pardon me. An awkward situation, to be sure.
Anais and Boussy, where are they?
The royal children.
Don't test my patience, Tales, and I'll grant you a quick death.
Confess, Foltest, before the gods and the people. Boussy and Anais are the fruit of your loins. Bow to the gods and admit the truth.
You may not have noticed, Tales, but I just took this town.
Aided by murderers, sorcerers, and a mutant for whom nothing is holy.
This is hallowed ground. You will not raise your hand against a servant of the gods.
This kind of weird. We don't really have a choice here, but we're forced to use our sign.
Where have you taken the children?
Might be a way to forcibly give you the ability.
They're in the Solar.
Also, it says failed.
What is this? Blasphemy! Sorcerer's tricks!
And I'm pretty sure it says failed because the guy noticed. So there is like more so in Witcher 3, I think, than this one. I don't remember much about this one's dialogues and such. But there are situations where you shouldn't use the sign because other people will notice and take offense to that. That's a slap.
Holy man unharmed and the noble gets slapped. A win-win situation, if ever I've seen one.
I'm glad you approve, Roach.
Damn, I've seen assaults go awry, but the dragon topples them all.
Tops?
Tops what?
Well, tops all.
Damn nonsense! Geralt, you should know. Is it possible to tame a dragon?
Not as far as I know.
Then why is this reptile eating only my men?
Let's hope Marigold got out of there.
I'm sure she did.
If not, you'll need a new advisor,
Should
sire.
they turn abject? The eternal judge shall thrice.
Yeah. Geralt is supposed to say to him like, hey, shut the fuck up. Anyway, so what the hell are these pictures?
What will happen to us?
What are these people
Knows
praying
no
to?
mercy.
The same, there's another one in here. This cool shit.
Kinda looks like it may be just a good idea to torch the fucking place with everyone inside.
Yeah, honestly. This is real bizarre shit. I would understand in Velen, which is like ass end of nowhere where people pray to the pagan like gods and stuff who actually exist there in Rome and protect them from bullshit. But this seems like a more, I don't know, traditional place. Hello, Mini Spider.
Hello.
He has scales in his chest. Oh well. So yeah, that's something to look out for. I wonder if there is more just completely bizarre shit like this that you can miss. Moss? What was, oh, this guy's name is
Which
Moss.
one of them is the mother?
Wait. What was about the mother?
Mother, aid
Oh.
me in my misery.
Interesting question. Maybe it is the one of them is the mother creatrix and the other is whatever.
Strength, O gods.
Now, if I
Great is
was,
his joy in thy victories.
For some reason, instinctively, I feel like this would be the mother, the skeletal tree on the right. But in this society, would they really put a crown on the mother instead of the father? I don't know. Maybe this is the mother creatrix, this flesh thing. And the skeleton is the other thing.
Rejoice in thy strength, O gods. Great is his joy in thy victories.
Doi.
But why?
Protect us
Why?
from all evil.
So yeah, that is something I don't actually know about anything. I don't know anything about. There we go.
The dragon's back!
Nice. I was looking at the chat. Well, that's how we died, Roach. Now you know the story.
What a plot twist.
The dragon's back!
The Roach is shaking in his boots.
I can't.
Ah! So this is like running from Pinky Demons in Doom. What the I definitely press R and B there. R and B. It's kind of weird. Maybe... Because last time when I pressed R and B, they just ran to the nearest like widening and then hit to the side. But it did look like I could just do it manually, so I don't know. Fucking hell! Okay, so... There was an option about difficult QTEs. I'm not gonna lower myself to disabling that option, but this is kind of bizarre. Maybe I should just... Oh, okay, there goes Witcher 2. Maybe I should just focus a little bit more when stuff like that happens. Okay, it's gonna upload all like my 1000 megabytes of saves. Give me a second before I relaunch the game. Sync. Maybe I should disable cloud sync for Witcher 2 because of how long my... How much the saves end up taking. Okay, it's at 42%, 34%, 7%, 9%. I should just be clearing out all the autosaves. I should probably be doing that. Things can bring fire. Yeah, that's... I mean, honestly, I feel like that would be easier than the pinkies in Doom 4. Because fire can be dodged. Pinkies in Doom 4 can't be dodged. Scientifically true. Okay, let's relaunch the game again. Too bad I'm not capturing my whole monitor because there's this little cool wolf talisman illustration as a splashy little image.
The dragon's back!
There we go. Roche gets fucked anyway.
I can't.
Okay, so yeah, I keep pressing back, but also I pressed right mouse button at that point, and I guess it did something. This is kind of a stupid little moment because it's like you press it twice and it's over shit, and it's over. I relaxed there for a second.
Why does this game even have QTE?
It was an age of QTEs.
It's shit.
Well, I mean, true. And he flew away with my cool sword.
You saved my life again. Ask what you will of me, Witcher. Within reason, of course.
I need to leave, sire. I'd like Triss Marigold to come with me, if she wants.
Are you blind? She's enamored with you. You may leave, and none shall stop you. You have my word.
Who goes there?
Foltest. I've come for my children. Geralt, wait here. You might scare them.
Ah, thanks be to the gods. My prayers are answered.
No wine spider, that's not Tris. That's Anais.
Go, Boosie.
That's not my father.
But it is your king, boy.
What a stupid haircut.
Bells, your triumph is complete. The city and fortress taken, sire. Time to thank the forefather
There we go.
and the mother creatrix
Forefather
for this
and
great
mother
victory.
creatrix.
A moment, blind man. I've not seen my children in 6 months. The gods can spare another minute. Listen to me. Your mother and I quarreled, but that is over. She was deceived. Evil men turned her against me. These men have been punished, and all will be well from now. No tears, Boosie. One day you'll be king, and kings do not weep.
Armed men approach, sire. Children, go to the refectory.
My knights will soon be here. You must meet them, for one day you will rule them. Boosie, go wash your face. They must not see that you wept.
There's a bucket of water in the next room.
Anais, help your brother.
That's the killer guy from the intro.
Nah, why would you think that?
Sire, let us pray.
They must look like the royal children they are.
Boosie said the line, Hazmati. That's not my father, he said.
They have your eyes, sire.
Says the blind man. Way to drop your act. Man, my face is shiny. But
Well, I guess we now know why Geralt is in prison.
yep.
But them, like, the girl saw everything. So clearly, her testimony should be enough to let him go.
Would they listen to children? I think the better point is that Geralt's sword doesn't have blood on it. But this is a really compromising position to be found in, to be honest. And also really, who's gonna believe a giant monk leaping out of the window? So, when I played this first, remember how I said when I played The Witcher 1 first, I was said that Leo died in the intro. I was fucking devastated that Foltest died. He was presented as such a cool dude throughout this whole intro. Like, man, like the one good nobleman, king, royalty person in the whole fucking fantasy universe. And he gets killed.
I suppose that's the extent of what you'll give me.
I'm still sad about that. I wish he'd leave.
Foltest, King of Temeria, has been murdered. Unfortunately for you, you're the only suspect.
The murderer outsmarted you, so I'm to rot in this dungeon.
Oh, no danger of you rotting. You'll hang.
Convince them otherwise.
I have no influence over the court.
What if someone vouched for me?
You have a witness.
I was thinking of Triss.
Triss clearly wasn't there.
Who knows? But it's common knowledge she is.
What happened to her?
Well, she's fine. She's been invited to the next meeting of the Council of Regents.
What's the situation in Temeria?
The Council of Regents has convened to restore order. That means three things. Utter chaos will prevail, Visima will run dry of wine and strong drink, and the local whores will make a killing.
Is Triss participating in the meetings?
Indeed. Only to find out that she's no longer needed.
How do you know?
It's my business to know.
They want to run a kingdom without a sorceress?
They already have a kingdom without a king. They'll use every opportunity to get rid of her.
Who will rule?
The chief contenders are Count Maravel and Baron Kimbold, who already tussle for control of LaValette Castle.
What about Foltest's bastards?
The king's blood runs in their veins, so yes, they are entitled to the throne. Not some drooling nobles.
Foltest told me a lot about you.
If not for him, I'd be a drunk or a vagrant. Foltest did more for me than my father ever did. But then my father did exactly nothing, for I never even met him. In any case, I'll not rest until the murderer is punished.
Tell me how you serve, Vernon.
I carry out orders others are incapable of executing.
Nah, let's use our winning line.
For fuck's sake, you command the Blue Stripes. Do something. The real murderer is free, and he's further and further away with every hour you spend prancing around in here.
I find the Killer Monk story unconvincing.
I don't claim he was a monk. He was wearing a frock, though. He sailed off in a boat with some Scoia'tael.
Would you recognize him?
No problem. A mountain of meat. Never seen anyone bigger.
What would you do if you escaped?
I wonder which will convince him.
I'd go after the Kingslayer.
You know where to look for him?
Some Scoia'tael helped him escape. That's where I'd start. I expect you might know this particular group of elves.
How'd you work that out?
They wore blue-striped masks. Trophies, I expect.
Yorveth's commando. I know where to find them. We've a trail to follow after all.
If you want to start over and take it easy this time, get me some food.
Now that you mention it. Vess! Bring us food and drink.
Shame you didn't think of that earlier.
It's your own fault, Geralt. Your fate is in your hands.
Oh, his back looks pretty gnarly. And those are all recent-ish looking. So he was probably being, I don't know, was not whipped, but what's the other thing? Flagged? Flogged? Flogged, I think it is. Also, I feel like last time when I saw this, Geralt's arms were still locked behind his back. Maybe they will relock them. It's only a week has passed and I will already have very vague memories.
Never heard of women serving in the special forces.
Vess is one of my best people.
How'd she wind up in the Blue Stripes?
I pulled her from the paws of the Scoia'tael. Just 16 when they torched her village and slaughtered everyone. The unit commander took a liking and spared her.
Yeah, I remember Hazmati, and it wasn't really connected to any choice, so I'm just doubting my memory. Maybe they will relock him.
This file is about one Geralt of Rivia.
I noticed that when she freed his arms, and I just didn't say anything.
Foltest's death?
Actually, Geralt's death. The report details events from 5 years ago.
6.
Rivia. Population 1,234. In that, 253 non-humans. September the 25th, 1268. A riot erupts. A massacre ensues. The streets run with the blood of elves and dwarves. One person finds the courage to face the raging crowd.
Bro.
During the rioting, 76 non-humans perished, including the Witcher Geralt of Rivia. Stabbed in the chest with a pitchfork by a man of whom we know only that his name was Rob, and he owed 3 crowns at the local tavern. Yennefer of Vengerberg dies trying to heal the Witcher. The bodies of Geralt and the sorceress are taken away by a mysterious young girl with ashen hair. Their place of interment remains unknown.
I remember. Rivia. Yennefer.
What just happened?
I saw my own death.
And the rest? Have you regained all your memory?
That's all. I just remember the end.
Vess! Interrogation's done. Restrain the prisoner.
Ah, yeah, there we go. There is the restraint. Phew, I'm not crazy after all.
I'll take the key.
And not amnesiac. Though that would make it easier to relate to Geralt's situation, though, in this case. Geralt's like, hey, why did you free my arms?
I sail upriver at dawn. Guards will collect you in 5 minutes. Eat. You'll need your strength.
And I remember, well, because of this particular scene, he locks his arms behind his back and tells him, hey, here's a key, also eat. You'll figure it out. But I mean, I feel like even I probably could figure it out, because you just stand around, turn around, and... Stand around, what? Stand up, and turn around. But the first couple seconds after he did that, I was like, what an asshole.
Not yesterday, he was a hero pretty much. Everyone's man.
Personally saw him cut down 20 men in the blink of an eye, so it's no surprise.
See him dashing along those walls? Can't rightly say I ever saw his sword the blade move so fast.
I thought that beast would tear him to bits when it came out of the clouds.
Delayed don't mean denied. Hangman will do that tomorrow.
Hey, Dark Souls dialogue almost.
What say we,
Alright, there is a little bit more combat in this chapter. I always forget about this section.
Touch the scum. I get scurvy.
Guard. Come here, good man.
Why are you hollering? Do that again and we'll shut you up.
You wouldn't say that if these bars weren't here.
Is that so? Let's see.
I keep just immediately selecting the dialogue and not reading it out. So...
Rip your guts out!
Damn, this is like quick time and not actual fighting.
Yep, that's a bit sad. I would have preferred the exploitable but actually interactive fighting from the first one, I'll be honest. But luckily it's not really forced upon you very often. Yeah.
If it's forced upon you just once, that's already like a crime against video games.
I guess I can't argue with that, really. Something. Keeps offering me to interact, but don't really know what. Maybe just this door. Whatever, why do they have a skull? I don't know. Oh, let's search this weird board for potions and stuff. I'm not gonna drink the cat quite yet. And this chest isn't lootable, what? Rip off. Yeah. Oh. Maybe that one was... I was reacting to my stuff.
Torches. I can't sneak out in this light.
So yeah, you can extinguish torches. That would be very handy for Garrett in the Thief games. Blackjack is good for knocking people. Oh shit! I completely missed the fact that you get a blackjack in here. Well, damn. Because I'm pretty sure you can just knock people out without it anyway. Oop.
So it was Dark Souls up until this point, and now it's Thief.
Yeah. I will see how I can do with Owl, so I can level up. Yeah, right. Yeah, knock out guards by sneaking up on them from behind, pressing right mouse button. So I did that my previous attempt, and we didn't hit the blackjack, so I don't know. Anyway, can I? No, I can't level up. Damn it. Well, I mean, probably don't really need any of those skills in this position.
Huh? What was that?
It's nothing. Trust me. It's just the wind. So yeah, I don't know why I would need a blackjack. Maybe with a blackjack I can do it from the front or something.
Do they stay knocked out?
I'm pretty certain they do, yes.
Rage against the dying of the light.
Cook promised meat today, the stinking pig.
What? Someone on that direction as well. Yeah, go there. Yes, right.
You'll knock it off easy.
Well, shit. I guess this is what you're meant to fight with if you're detected. Well, is my stealth over now, or yes, it is. Well, maybe just for here. Yeah, okay, you're still kind of stealthing.
All right, hogs down. Let's see it.
Throttle idiots. You wanted a map? There it is, first-rate carving. Wanted me inside? Here I am. What the fuck else you want from me?
What are we... You tell him!
First of all, the pierced heart with Mum on it, it's hiding part of the dungeon.
I needed a bit of courage. Had a few drinks beforehand.
You were supposed to get caught, but not for thieving. Because for that they whip you first.
How are we supposed to see the corridors among all those scabs?
And we said back, not backside. How are we supposed to glance at that thing if you need to drop your trousers every time?
Also, yeah, Hazamati, that's also kind of weird how, like, regular soldiers, or at least those guys that we talked with before, the two guys in New Boy, they had completely ridiculous Hulk arms. And to be fair, the other Witcher also has completely ridiculous wardrobe figure. But Geralt, even though he's a mutant and he would make sense...
For what? I said a prisoner's escaped!
Shut the fuck up.
Guards! Where the hell is it?
Anyway, it would make sense for Geralt to be overly muscular, but I guess he is meant to also be like nimble for his combat style. Oh shit. Ugh. It's totally dark in here. Oh, I guess he did notice me. Well, never mind. He might have noticed the bodies or something, actually. I don't know. Did they disappear?
All for one, and one for all!
Yeah, good luck with that. And dungeon key, alright. I don't know why the water is highlighted. Everything has iron ore in it. That was probably extinguishing, yeah. Extinguishing all these torches. Meteorite ore. Also seems like a rare thing that wouldn't just be everywhere. Eh. Oh, alright, they move. It's nice.
Alright, darling. Just you and me. Not very...
Another key. I don't actually remember what that opens. Might be a door in that room that we just searched the barrels in. Guess I just saved her as well. Oh, not lootable. Oh, huh? Ah, no, it's using. Oh well. All of this shit is a lie. In Witcher 3 you just have Witcher senses, which you just hold a button and you keep seeing new stuff. You don't have to ding like a radar thing. But it's also not my favorite thing, because I kinda hate like these alternate vision modes in games. For when the devs know the graphics are too cluttered to make anything out naturally. Also, I don't remember this part at all, like this cutscene and stuff. Oh, yeah, this is where this guy, Arian LaValette, enters the scene once again. See it on his face, yes. No, not exactly. Hey there, you saved yourself.
Stay calm, Arian.
What are you doing here?
Same thing as you.
Yes, but they imprisoned you.
Yeah,
why?
They say I killed Foltest.
Shame. I'd hoped to do that myself. Do you know my mother's fate?
Check out, he has a
Foltest
tattoo
did her no
of the
harm.
same picture as on the people's shields in his army.
Foltest ordered the Blue Stripes to guard her like some invaluable treasure.
Bastard. Placing her among those dogs. One more nobly born should protect her. A baronet at least.
Time to think about saving your life.
So I don't know if that choice was any important
honor is
about
more
like
important than life.
the fate of his mother.
What do you plan to do?
What kind of
Not your
fucking tattoo does he have?
We must get
like
to
a
the
guy
oil
playing
store where there's a
basketball?
way
What
out.
is this?
I think that's
I'm
like a
weak.
card picture of a guy mirroring,
must
like
help
mirrored.
me.
And the guy has a head in his hand.
I'll wait here. Return for me once you've cleared the way.
Unfortunately, we don't have zoom or anything. We can't really look at it, but maybe we'll see. Yeah, I don't think we fight any LaValettes again. But it was on their shields. But yeah, I'm wondering if what I've told him about his mother being guarded is actually influencing anything. I will explain later why I have my doubts here. Whoops, that. Or that. Sheath that. Blackjack. Spot for a quick save. Okay, so here there's a lot of people everywhere, so I used to run straight for that guy and got fucked up by people to the side. Let's see if he'll investigate me here. Yeah?
Why don't they show up on your minimap anymore?
I have no idea. I think only like corpses show up. Or I don't know. I don't know how this works.
State whose ruler titles himself emperor. Not Temeria. We don't even have a king anymore.
Maybe you need to be like seeing them personally or some shit. Like in Stalker almost. Okay, he's gonna see the corpse. No, he's not, because he just stays in his little... I should probably extinguish all this crap. This fucking LaValette Castle crap. Okay, so that guy goes in a circle. And this guy is his back. No! Fuck!
Dancing toe to toe, you rat!
I feel like I remember attacking them here by accident, having to fight them. But I don't remember what I fought them with, because I Maybe I just took out the blackjack by accident. Oh, there's another guy. Geralt, what are you doing? Attack when I'm clicking the button. What's that shit that keeps flying around them, like Axie sign almost? I don't know. Is the blackjack enchanted to cast Axie on stuff? Also, why do they have so many bindings? This is all very weird. Or leather gauntlets, huh? That's gonna... Oh, I already had them. That's definitely gonna... Yeah. Change the tide in my favor, or however you say it. Shift, maybe? Ooh. Diamond dust. I didn't find this my last time. Probably not actually that useful, because there's diamond dust also pretty much everywhere, but... Okay, I'm gonna click that just in case. Also, I should go back for Arian as well. I wonder if anyone's gonna buy all these bindings. Loot, please. Huh? Alright, fine. Okay.
Help me up.
Clothing to equip. Was that a bit late? Actually, I can't invoke my inventory right now.
This way.
Unless that meant the gloves. I don't think I picked anything else up. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm picking up. Most of it seems like the crafting resources that are only relevant once I'm
That's the oil store.
trying to craft. Oil store, huh? That's pretty elaborate.
Come with me. There's nothing you can do here.
I've more to do now than ever before.
Alone.
I need no one's aid for what I aim to accomplish.
Is that your final word?
Farewell, Witcher.
So. Oh shit, yeah, that... Maybe let's run. Nice. Now you'd think he was dead, but the reason why I'm unsure if that dialogue changed anything, I wonder if you tell him you don't know the fate of his mother, if he decides to like search for her or find out her fate and has a will to live. Because in Witcher 3, during that questioning where they determine if you didn't import your Witcher 2 save and you just say some things about how your adventure went, there is mention that Arian escaped, set fire to the castle and escaped. Otherwise you can say that you killed him. So there's only two of those options. So I wonder if they retconned it so he escapes, or if that was meant to be him escaping actually after that explosion. I don't know. But just rest easy that canonically he actually escapes, that he doesn't just die there. Sword, finally. A proper weapon. Probably stronger than the blackjack. Let's see if I have any clothing to equip. Not really. That must have been above the gauntlets. You know, I think this is the place where there's like a bunch of skeletons with money on them. Or maybe I'm completely... Maybe that was the sewers and I just missed all the skeletons.
Halt! Well, blimey, is that you, Witcher? They say you killed the king.
Well, I didn't. And I'm going to prove it.
The location...
I'm inclined to believe you.
Notification shows for...
It'd be pretty stupid if I had to kill you now. Did all the Reavers survive the assault?
Aye. They've been drinking themselves silly for 2 days now. I believe I owe you something.
So this is new boy.
We wound up in a boiling cauldron during the assault. You know how it is when knights get caught in a tight passage. Nowhere to go. Those in the back push forward. Those in the front are stuck. And halberd blows raining down from above. I'd have been crushed if not for my armor. And about 10 blows landed on my helmet. My ears still ring and I puke time and again. But I live, breathe.
Concussion. It'll pass. Were you on patrol with the Reavers when they ran into those Scoia'tael?
Aye.
Kenneth mentioned the unit was especially vicious. Notice anything out of the ordinary? A unit emblem or something?
Right you are. They had masks made of the cloth of Special Forces uniforms, and they hollered a lot. Yorveth or some such.
Where did the dragon come from?
I've no idea, but it saved our asses. The elves ceased shooting at the sight of it. Can't tell you anymore, as we fled right then as if the devil himself was on our tail. Take this. Kenneth told me to study up, but I've not the mind for it. Just not cut out to be a dragon hunter, I guess. It could be useful to you, though.
I need to go.
There are sentries on the dike. No way you'll slip through.
Can you distract them?
I'll try, but remember, count me out if there's a fight. In fact, we could end up foes.
I hope not. Go.
Just give me a minute.
So yeah, these are like the early examples of, hey, you know, stuff matters and is gonna affect things later in the game. Witcher 3 has even more of that.
The Kingslayer's escaped! We need to cut him off! Follow me!
Alright, let's go!
I wanna see if that's lootable. Yes, it is. A lot of crap. Ooh, maybe that's lootable. Hopefully those guys don't just like come back right away. But I need to get on that ship, pretty much.
Geralt, over here.
Give me a second, I'm looting shit. Oh, rags, yes! That's what I needed. All these crates. At least it's automatic, you don't have to click each one individually. Ooh. Nice. Some more twine! Yes. Can we fall down here? No, we cannot. It's a Marian Lilies. Right.
Bloody hell, you didn't have to torch the castle. You were to sneak out, avoid anything resembling a bloodbath.
You left me the key to my manacles, not an invisibility cloak. Triss, is everything all right?
Not exactly. I'm no longer the royal advisor. I've lost my post, my home in Vizima. Witcher's mistress, they call me. Kingslayer's whore.
Okay, I actually have no preference here. Hippocrat, hey, do you want me to pick either of these specifically?
Well, I'd pick second.
Yeah, I guess I would also, if like I was trying to roleplay, but I was thinking in terms of what would lead to more interesting dialogue.
People say what they think they have to.
I know, but...
They'll change their minds as soon as we find the Kingslayer. Roach will see to that. Right, spy?
I'm no spy, but you're mostly correct. An interregnum is chaos by definition. Rats like Baron Kimbolt and Count Maravel rule Temeria now, or strive to. But no one save old Natalis can restore true order.
Natalis is far away and of low birth. The crown's simply out of his reach. Baron Kimbolt, on the other hand.
Politics is secondary right now. Vernon, learn anything new about the Kingslayer?
A week ago I got a message from an informer in Flotsam. He saw Yorveth in the company of a large, bald man, not unlike the one you described.
A week ago? Sounds like a cold trail to me.
We need to start somewhere. The trading post is a few days upriver, in the forests that lie on the Edirnian border. Yorveth's territory.
Flotsam it is, then. Triss.
Yes?
I'm a bit beat up. Will you look at my wounds?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go below deck. And I need you to tell me about Yennefer in detail. I want to hear it all, even the things you don't want to tell me, even the things that might hurt.
Prepare to cast off! Clear the lines and all aboard!
Line's clear, Captain!
Yes, it does, Hazmati. But I was about to ask, why the hell does Vess use so much fucking eyeshadow and eyeliner or whatever? Seems to be like a no-nonsense military woman. Real short haircut. Okay, let's see. I actually skipped this one last time. I think.
Honor's a curious
Oh, no,
thing.
I didn't.
Honor made Arian fight a mismatched battle against the might of Temeria. Facing defeat, honor told Arion to bow his neck to save his men. But that same honor prevented him from saving himself.
So yeah, this straight up implies that he died. I don't know, maybe if you do tell him about not knowing where his mother is, he doesn't. But let's just say that Geralt was mistaken here, and later somehow learned. I actually don't know, maybe somewhere later in the game we do learn about him. I can't count that out as a possibility.
Life can't be easy for anyone who's unlucky enough to be labeled a regicide. That goes triple for someone like Geralt. Could his luck get any worse? I've known The Witcher for a long time, and I'm sure that kings, courts, and politics concern him about as much as last year's snow. But hey, life doesn't always dole out what we expect, right? Sometimes it even forces us to associate with unsavory characters like Vernon Roach. No, I'm not making any excuses, and yes, I had my reasons. The Witcher spent most of the way to Flotsam talking to someone. Long into the evening, as water lapped against the boat's side, Triss told him forgotten stories of his unexpected child and his toxic relationship with a sorceress named Yennefer. Stories of a life stolen from him.
So the Triss is...
Am I boring you? Don't set this tale aside.
Yeah.
Give me just a few minutes more, for someone special's about to appear in dire straits upon a scaffold.
So okay, Otacon, stop narrating. To Triss's credit, she does tell Geralt about Yennefer and all that stuff, and Ciri as well. Doesn't want to hide anything.
Well, there
from
is no way to tell that she's actually telling the truth, though.
That's true. Maybe she exaggerated the toxicity of our relationship with Yennefer. Honestly though, when I played this game without knowing anything else, I thought Yennefer was like some angelic, innocent... I don't know.
You mean Triss?
No, I mean Yennefer, exactly. From the like... I guess I missed the toxic part, but... just from everything, how much Geralt wants to just find her. I thought it was like pure true love, waifu style, but she is a bitch, kind of, and real annoying. It was a very...
What the fuck is going on here?
Harsh realization. I don't know. That elf just wants to feed this giant crab thing with this asshole. I don't think it ever actually... I mean, you know what? I will not say anything because I don't know if they bring it up. They might very well. Like, they do address the ice bomb the giant muscle man had. So, maybe they address what this guy is doing here. And why is he feeding necrophages to... or whatever that thing is, arachnid of some kind.
Is this guy the square tail guy?
Yep.
But why does he wear like Temeria's crest?
That's probably the blue trophy thing that people mentioned. The blue stripes, the trophy taken from the special forces armors. I didn't actually notice it. I'm looking at him right now, waiting for it to appear again.
Sheathe your sword, elf. I'm here to talk. Bow low. You stand before a head crowned. That of Demavend, King of Aedirn,
yes.
by the grace of the gods, sovereign of the Pontar Valley, and so on.
I was correct in my deduction of Aedirn being
Friend to non-humans.
the lower one.
I have an offer.
Speak quickly and to the point. The Arrakis will soon return, and I'd rather know all before then.
I can add several more heads to this one. Each crowned.
Go on.
Full test to start with.
What is going
I
in the
barely
shadows?
escaped in Aedirn. I'll need help. Access to your hideouts and maps of your secret trails. And the support of the Scoia'tael. I want no gold and have no interest in a killer's fame.
Then why do you wish them dead?
It's a long story. Your beast nabbed his neck. Time to go. Do we have a deal, elf?
I don't know how much. I have absolutely no understanding of accents beyond the 5 basic ones across the world. But yeah, this is originally how people found out that demo event was dead and stuff. Alright, this is technically the beginning of second chapter, but there's a little linear action sequence in the beginning that doesn't really give you a good time to stop and pause. So I'm gonna stop to read the journal entries and such when this part is over. This is pretty quick, I promise you. Also, when that map was shown, when Otacon started narrating, it was actually really interesting. After Witcher 3, I recognized Novigrad and...
Flotsam should be just beyond the point. We'll take the beach.
What's that other place?
You and me. Reconnaissance.
I'm coming too.
The university
You should
town.
Stay behind. We can't be sure of the reception we'll get.
Shit.
Precisely why I won't let you go alone. Someone's got to look after you.
That time of the month.
Well, I need to remember the other town's name. So yeah, Hazmati, I wish we've shown that cinematic in the beginning. So Novigrad was on like the lower or southwest corner of Redania. We saw like a couple buildings on the map signifying that part. Also, yeah, that kind of does Hazmati. In Russian also sounds like it a little bit. And what's the other fucking town? I can't remember from Witcher 3. How come I forget? It's like another, not really big, but a lot of important stuff happens there. Oxenford, there we go. Oxenford. Also saw that on the map. Slightly to the east and on the opposite south side of the river. Which, is that Pontar? Or is Pontar the one that is between the north and the south? I don't know. I wish there was a map of the entire place in this game. You know what? Maybe there is something in the journal about the locations.
I like how Hazmati is explaining a Russian word to us.
Well, I mean, it's not strictly a Russian word, to be honest. Wooded leather. It's a Polish word, which just happens to sound... Okay, bleeding, poisoning, incineration. I don't think I'm going to be... Actually, poisoning sounds like something that'll happen to me a lot in this forest and places around. I know about incineration, but resist to bleeding, 7...
You should stock up on moss.
It's 70, yeah, I should. 7, though I thought it was 75 for some reason. 7, yeah, this one has more armor, but otherwise pretty shit. So I'm gonna keep my Blue Stripes combat jacket. Ha, nice. Roach has actually gave me his armor.
Water's cold as hell. Come on, Witcher.
Hey, Hippocate, check out this little wall you grab on the ship, just like in that other game you streamed.
Witcher, we're waiting.
Check out what?
This, you know, this ball that you grab on the ship to like climb over,
Witcher's
maybe?
ass is gonna have to get wet. Jump!
What's up with it?
Well, it wasn't that. I didn't know they had these, but they were in that game that
Come
you streamed,
already.
the Oberdin thing. When you
Okay.
climb like in and out of the boat in the beginning, I remember you grabbing those.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Water's cold as hell. Come on, Witcher.
Alright. My Witcher ass got wet.
Any news
Hope
from
you're
your
happy.
secret informer?
The port's blocked. Some merchants have been held up for months.
What about roads through the forest?
Yorveth rules the forest.
Everything all right, Geralt?
I hope I didn't miss any diagrams earlier. I feel like in these games you miss them, you don't get them. And they get you crafting like some of the most elementary, whatever,
Where are we?
important
In the
items.
forest?
Very funny. But who does it belong to?
Yorveth, maybe? I know more about the Pontar Valley than you think. For instance, I
Alright,
know
so
the
yeah, that is
Foltest
Pontar.
stole this land from Demavend a few years back. I believe you had a hand in that.
And yeah, I just realized by the map where they sailed across the same river that you see in Witcher 3, so that is actually Pontar, and it's between Temeria and Redania, and probably goes all the way to the east, I forget. Turns south at some point as well, I think, maybe?
Hear that? I smell an elf.
I can't smell a sound, Roach. What are you, an idiot? Nice little stereotypical elf picture here. It's almost like he's making fun of the stereotype.
That's Vernon Roach. Special Forces Commander for the last 4 years. Servant of the Temerian King. Responsible for the pacification of the Mahakaman foothills. Hunter of elves. Murderer of women and children. Twice decorated for valor on the field of battle.
Yorveth, a regular son of a whore.
Nice.
I've long awaited our meeting. Laid plans, set traps. And now you appear in my forest of your own volition.
You aided the man who slew my king.
King or beggar, what's the difference? One Dwan less.
Oh shit,
We need him alive. Know any useful spells?
That was timed.
Got his attention. I need to focus.
I actually didn't...
I'll try.
Read the other
Climb
two.
down and we'll finish this. I await.
Ha! You're a man without honor, Vernon Roach. An insect I'll not duel, but one that I will crush.
Seems like you spout the same old elven drivel.
What do you mean, Witcher?
I've seen your kind before. Proud and shay, sneaking around forests. Helpless, yet masking that with acts of increasing cruelty.
I helped kill Roach's king. You call that helpless? Or would you call me a terrorist? No one will grant us our freedom, Witcher. We must win it for ourselves.
You're just another old elf in a young elf's skin, using clever words to mask an obvious truth.
Obvious, you say?
This is not about race or freedom, or even vengeance. You're here because someone powerful told you to be. Someone who's using you. They may wear a crown, carry a magic wand, or even lead a guild. But be sure of this. It's not about your freedom, your rights, or your ears. Nilfgaard plowed you once. Now someone new does. Am I wrong?
Those times are gone. No one will ever use the Squirtal again.
Who are you addressing? Me? Yourself? Or the archers in those shrubs?
Triss, now!
Spars one wart.
How girly. Come on, Triss.
That ought to discourage them.
Could have been flying skulls on fire.
Triss, are you alright?
Butterflies. What's written on his pants? I just
the
noticed.
archers. They're coming.
Will I have charmed the archers?
Geralt, the spell's still working. Stay close.
What's happening?
Triss is spent, so no more butterflies. Let's get the fuck...
Back to the boat?
There's even more of them that way. We must fight our way toward Flotsam.
Get your hands off my ass.
Who did you think it was?
I'm not a sack of flour or one of your commandos. I'm a woman.
I noticed.
I'm really sick.
At least I'll die holding a lovely ass.
I'll hold this spell.
Come on, let's go.
Stop shaking.
Shit.
You were right.
Yes. Fine.
So my mobility is kind of lacking. I don't know if that can be improved or if I just need to move smarter.
What's happening? All I see are your boots.
Yeah. Give me a reload. Now I'm gonna confess, I didn't actually die on my last time here a week ago, so I think every time I stream I just play worse.
Stay close.
That would also be a very convenient excuse, I'll admit.
Triss is spent,
But
so
it
no
is
more
true.
butterflies.
I thought this was much
Let's get the
easier.
fuck out of here.
But that was
Back
pretty
to
much
the
like
boat.
the last
There's
second
even
of it
more
all.
than that way. We
Kill
must
those
find our
guys
way
and
toward Flotsam.
that's it.
Get your hands off my ass.
We'll get to hear Roach
did you think it
roping
was?
Triss's ass
I'm
again.
not a sack of flour or one of your commandos.
I noticed.
Oh shit. Maybe I should be just more diligent putting Gwen on fucking... I keep calling it Gwen, but you know what I mean.
Come on, let's go.
Or I can just make him stop and attack.
You were right.
Fine.
Sons of bitches.
What's happening? All I see are your boots.
Where the hell is that
Nah.
I'm starting to think we'll make it. Wait. The barrier's waning. Trish!
Be quick!
Give me a bit more. Just a little. Geralt, kill them now!
Scoil solid sacking! Alarm! Squirrels!
There's a mage among them! Ready yourselves!
Phew, okay, yeah. You just gotta not get surrounded immediately. And apply Quen liberally.
You know each other?
Rather well. But he has amnesia. I actually took the Witcher by surprise when I killed Foltest. Fear not, Elf. I know Geralt. I know his weakness.
Too many spells
Wah!
at once.
It was just a raise
You
there
can
for a
die
second.
from that.
See that? Yeah, the Kingslayer and Yorvith.
You all in one piece? Who are you?
I'm a Witcher.
Emir var Emrys, spice merchant.
A trader?
In spices.
Uh-huh.
Emir War
And the
Emrys,
woman?
though. That's quite a
My
name to
good
pick.
man, we barely escaped death. Be so kind as to tell us where we might get some rest. We'll explain everything later.
Very well. Head for the market square. You might be in time for the execution. Some ne'er-do-wells are going to hang. A dwarf and some bard. There's also
Some
an inn and a
bard.
brothel.
Oh yeah, the brothel sounds especially interesting. Take care now.
I wonder who that bard might be.
Otacon.
Spice merchant. Not likely.
Anyway, this is where I save, read journal entries, and stop the stream after that, so... Whew! Quite a chapter. Alright, let's see. Locations. Brothel. Nice. Flotsam Forest. The wilderness surrounding Flotsam was a thick impassable wood where inexperienced travelers could easily lose their way and fall victim to wild beasts or even more probably elven arrows. I wonder if I should even be reading when I cannot actually read today. A rarely used, thickly overgrown route led to Edirn, but given the forest dangers, most travelers preferred to journey by river. So this is just like a giant-ass forest, which, you know what, compared to tiny-ass forests in most games, this actually works better as a forest environment, much better. Even if it's like maybe 10 times taller than the actual forest would be, maybe 5, maybe 8, somewhere in that range, 7. But it is much better at getting across the forest team than tiny-ass trees like, you know, all those birch trees or aspens or whatever they are meant to be like in Skyrim near Riften. Those are fucking tiny. Maybe it's because they're meant to be like cutting them all down as they grow tall, but I don't know. It always felt kind of underwhelming. This place is pretty cool. We get to go into the forest over there later. Okay, let's read only the interesting stuff, but I don't know ahead of time what's interesting. Brothel! Ah, yes. Only 2 noteworthy attractions. Like the scaffold, the bordello kept regular hours, offered the regular repertoire, and had the regular stuff. Flotsam. So yeah, this is probably more significant than the freaking brothel. A river port and trading post lies along the upper course of the Pontar, among an inaccessible forest in the valley that bears the river's name. Numerous trade routes meet here, and the Temerian-Adernian border is located nearby. Land travel in the region was arduous and dangerous, for Scoia'tael units prowl the woods. However, as they say, elves like cats are shy of water. I'm sure they say that. So most travelers and merchants chose to sail the river. Flat-bottomed barges, punts, scows, and even seagoing cogs visited the harbor, ferrying goods between blah. No wonder then this ostensibly small outpost was of vital economic. Also, is that a map or is it just some veiny shit in the background? Maybe just some veiny shit. Economic importance. He who controlled it drew immense profits from trade. At the start of our story, Flotsam belonged to Temeria, and its small garrison was tasked with enforcing the law and providing protection from river pirates, Scoia'tael units, and most of the inhabitants around the forest. LaValette Castle doesn't look quite as yellow as in the game. During my travels, this is Otacon. writing this down, as I mentioned before. During my travels, I visited the dynamic abode of the LaValette family several times. Anyone who considers Vizima an impressive city is unlikely to have seen the ancestral citadel of the LaValettes. The immensity of the fortress is simply breathtaking, to the extent that calling it a mere castle is either a gross inaccuracy or a jest. Expanded over generations, the walled town boasts the greatest fortifications in Temeria, and perhaps in all the northern kingdoms. The citadel is located near the strategically important White Bridge, which connects the banks of the Pontar. What's it in the books, I wonder? It commands the entire area, including nearby trade routes and river crossing. No wonder then that the rebellion of the LaValettes disturbed Foltest's sleep. So, part of me, unless that castle was mentioned in the books, I feel like they just made it large to fit all these action sequences in the game. And then went like, hey, this seems like 5 times larger than the whole of Vizima from Witcher 1. And decided to write it here, hey, this is actually meant to be an impressive large castle. Dungeons, you know what, this sort of stuff, I'm pretty sure I can just let people read during pause if they want. Can't actually read. Oh, monsters, there we go. But I have no interest. Maybe we'll learn about the necrophages later. Characters. So, I don't know if I should be bothering to read all this out loud. I mean, with Triss, there's much more is going to happen. So maybe we should spread these out a little bit. Of course, Geralt, the same. I'm gonna scroll through this for people who want to pause and read it. Hopefully my quality is... Actually, the chat is like covering half of it. Give me a second. I'm gonna just disable the chat for now. Because as I said before, YouTube is recording it. So, okay. This is this. This is just like Flaming Rose stuff. This is about Witcher 1. I also noticed there was this... I don't know. I believe that's... Oh, not what I thought it would be. Foltest, probably his last entry, so let's read about him. In retrospect, his Royal Majesty King Foltest was certainly an exceptional persona when compared to the other crowned heads of the time. This King of Temeria, Prince of Sodom, was a firm and decisive ruler, as I suppose one should expect from someone so abundantly titled. He was the kind of man who, when hit, made a sound suggesting he was forged of steel and not molded of bird dung. Being unmarried, he led a rather casual private life. In his youth, while still a prince, Foltest strove to demonstrate what he was capable of, and he proved capable of much. The love affair he had with his own sister, by whom he fathered his eldest daughter Ada, is widely known, as is his latter affection for Baroness Mary Louisa LaValette. Both relationships bore heavy consequences, so to speak, and in both instances Geralt found himself stuck in the middle of the resulting mess. Foltest most certainly still harbored feelings for his former lover and decided to save the children that were fruit of this affair. The fruit. He feared they would otherwise become trump cards in the game of politics, tools of intrigue. Once Foltest made a decision, no one and nothing could stand in his way, apart from just one muscular dude pretending to be a monk. Completely fooled this awesome king. The deaths of the great and powerful of this world do not always befit their lives. The blow was so unexpected even the Witcher failed to react in time. A dagger's blade ran across the throat of Foltest, ruler of Temeria, cleanly slitting it, and its blood flowed out onto the floor of the Temple Solar with effects that looked like they came from Turk 2, with the frames of animation like 3 frames per blood splatter. Thus died one of the most powerful kings of the north at the hands of an assassin in the garb of a monk. Hey, doesn't show a picture yet. Vernon Roche, also is going to be a lot about him. Anais LaValette, there's the daughter. Daughter of Baroness Marie Louise LaValette, was a scant few summers old at the time. Rumors that King Foltest was her father gave beginning to many important events. I don't know why it doesn't have Boosie in here. But I know that Anais becomes mildly important to the story if you take one of the branches, or might still be important in the background even if you don't. I don't know what happens to Boosie though. Archpriest is completely pointless. It does put him in the secondary character. This guy, which I'm curious if he is from the books or just a random dude that they invented just for that scene, weirdly enough.
That's the dude you punched, right?
Yeah, slapped. Please use the correct terminology. Oh, this says here. They met each other in the past in rather unpleasant circumstances, and the knight had a scarred face as a reminder of that meeting. Their next meeting also led to blows. Oh, the irony. Tails would wear a helmet while in the Witcher's presence. So apparently, I guess that would mean that he was a character from the books. Maybe not significant. So I'm not even gonna ask if you remember him, Hippocat, because like clearly he's just here for a reference.
I don't even remember all the major characters.
Well, fair enough. I mean, I did somehow... Actually, when I played this first, I didn't know anything, and I'm not gonna say I somehow understood the story, because I didn't. I wasn't following what was happening whatsoever. But now I know the countries, the king names and stuff. What the hell is the Pontar? So, at least I'll be able to follow this again and actually figure out what the story is in this game. This weird guy, who, I guess... What was he about? Ah, that's the guy we missed. He was supposed to have a red plume, but clearly he doesn't. Maybe that's why I missed him, because I was given the wrong description. That's the fault of Fall Test. Which sells sword, blah blah blah. This is not something we should even bother with reading. Quests. Also, all of this has a bunch of text that you can read if you want.
I don't want.
Yes, neither do I. But I mean, if you're the kind of person that reads all the text in games, which, for all my love for even Deus Ex, I pretty much never read the newspapers or books in it. Just reading in games is... I like reading in general, but in games it's just like... Yeah, but I'm gonna scroll this for the benefit of anyone who doesn't know how to search for better videos of this stuff or texts on the internet. Alright, so next time in Witcher 2, next Friday, because Saturday tomorrow, also Hippocat, you had false advertising yesterday. It was not Ashes, or finished Ashes. It was going to be...
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Aliens, Colonial Marines, the WOD for Doom 2.
When do you want to do this?
Tomorrow, same time.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll start streaming at around 12 then.
Ooh. Well, I guess that's reasonable. I might or might not be busy though, so I don't know if I'll be there the whole time, but I'll try to watch because I'm curious if the maps are gonna keep the progression of being worse and worse, each worse than the previous. Probably not.
Well, the next map seems kinda better.
Alright, that's something to look forward to, I guess. For all my whining, the first map was the best of them. And not even just because I solved that one puzzle. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, that's irrelevant. Go watch Hippocats. There was some nice moments. Today at work I even opened that and rewatched the part with Skazashidal Bio because that was just so fucking funny. And also with the part with the Tuloch. That was also pretty funny. Unfortunately, you kind of have to be Russian to appreciate the humor. Asmati left in frustration, if I remember correctly. But yes, all that is irrelevant. Tomorrow, Doom mod Aliens Colonial Marines. More Witcher 2 next Friday. More ballistas on the roofs. And yeah, well, Asmati, luckily this is not a jungle because I don't really... I prefer northern hemisphere forests to jungles in terms of scenery for games and such. No, actually I wouldn't mind a well-realized jungle. Haven't seen one in the game really. But yeah, we'll be exploring probably mostly the town, the small little town of Flotsam, which is...
I want to explore the brothel.
Yes, we'll explore the brothel, I'm pretty sure. We'll talk to some people in there, listening to some people. Some memories are coming back to me. We'll probably also get drunk and do stupid shit. And go in the forest and probably die to some arakas or whatever the giant beasts are called. I can't promise if we will shoot any pigeons, though all my instincts are screaming me to do so. But yeah, for now, thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed Witcher 2, despite me dying a bunch to some stupid places. Hopefully I'll get better. If I don't get better and I see that it's definitely past the point which I consider worth trying to learn to fight versus the complete frustration of everyone who would want to watch this, I'm going to lower difficulty because you can do it in the options. In here, as you can see, difficulty. Right now it's dark, which is, I mean, fuck if I'm ever gonna play any of these games on die once. Doom or Witcher 2, who the hell is gonna play that? Especially cutscene heavy game like this. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. See you tomorrow or whatever. Okay, well, sorry Hazmati, I'm gonna try to play better next time. Possibly from learning from playing ahead of time, so don't you dare tell me not to play ahead, because I already know all the story of this game anyway. It's not gonna be much discovery here. I might skip cutscenes and the dialogues though when I do. Just play the combat. Anyway, blah blah blah. See you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.